everybody, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of high school football as the Cyclones play host to the visiting Courtland Cougars in this, the regular season finale. I'm Mark O'Connell alongside Steve Peacock. Of course, up top, Johnny Krawchuk behind the camera, and in the studio, Nick Morris. Welcome aboard, everyone. We are sure that you're going to enjoy tonight's broadcast because we have a matchup tonight, Steve, between two closely matched teams and nearly identical records in the Battlefield District, playoff implications as well. What's your take on tonight's matchup and what the outcome is going to mean?
It's going to be a good matchup tonight. I look for a lot of possible scoring in here. Courtland likes to, run that wing tee, and they like to pass out of it. Eastern View likes to throw it, and they get Hall back full speed. He suffered an injured ankle last week, but they have him back. He'll be back under center. I look for this game really to be close throughout because, like you said, they're so evenly matched. But I think Eastern View, if they can get control of the line of scrimmage, I think their offensive line will go the distance and be ready to go in the fourth. While I see Courtland will, could tire. They don't have a lot of depth over there on their offensive line. So if we can get our big offensive line to lean on their defense, and I think and take control with ball control and throwing some good passes.
So what about the implications of tonight's game, the outcome on next week's first round pairings in the playoffs?
A big implications. And, this is all, don't take it all for a grain of salt because either points could, change the team here and there. But with the Cyclones in Region 4B, right now they are sitting in the 6th position. Courtland is above them in number 5. The top two teams are Varina and Dinwiddie. Then you have Huguenot, which beat Eastern View pretty handily down there in Richmond. And then you have King George. And so now what's going to happen is King George and then, like I said, Courtland in 5th. We're at 6. You got Hanover at number 7 and a couple other teams. But really, this is going to, if they flip, if Eastern View can win, more than likely we'll be going to King George for another rematch. If Eastern View loses, we could be going to Richmond seeing Huguenot. Wherever we are, because, we will not, because of our points and our record, we will not host a first-round game here at Cyclone Stadium. So they're going to have to travel. Let's see who they're going to face next week.
They're going to travel either way.
Right, yeah.
But I was thinking about King George today, Steve, because if we go back there, we're going to feel like frequent flyers. That'll be our third trip there this season.
It will.
Yeah.
They have a beautiful stadium, though. You can't complain.
Well, think about the game between Eastern View and King George was settled by 2 points, 42-40. Courtland and Eastern View, as Battlefield District rivals, have a lot of common opponents. But one of the things I wanted to point out was both teams, Courtland and Eastern View, have lost to North Stafford and King George this year. King George beat Courtland 41-20, and we mentioned that the Cyclones only lost by 2 points. North Stafford beat Courtland 41-7. The other loss that Eastern View has, of course, as you pointed out, is to Huguenot, and there's a chance we could see them next week. So we just have to wait and see how things play out. But, of course, right now what's in front of us is this regular season finale against two very good football teams. And right now, team captains meeting in the center of the field for tonight's coin toss. And one of the things about Courtland, as everyone knows, is that when we see them, we always see the wing tee offense. So I'll ask you again, Steve, what sort of defensive challenges does that present for Eastern View when they take on the wing tee?
Well, find the football because there's a lot of misdirection with it. They got to make sure they stay in their lanes and their positioning right, especially in the gaps along that D line. Look for Brett to have a big game tonight and have him the chance to roam from sideline to sideline. But like I said, our corners are going to get tested, especially if we go into man coverage, because they can throw it out of that wing tee. It's going to look like a running formation, but then they'll turn around and throw out of it, and they can hit. They're prone to do that and hit big plays. So we're going to have to make sure that we cut Cyclones defensively, watch out for that, and not let their receivers get behind them.
Well, Eastern View won the toss and opted to receive the opening kickoff.
Well, our captains, we said, we got Brett Clatterball, 34. We had number 2 as a
Jaheim
cap.
Fry, and I think Brandon Weaver, number
Yeah.
69. Didn't get a chance to mention them. We were talking
And
through that.
yeah. There's one, I think it's number 7, I believe. But anyway, it's tonight, like I said, Eastern View is going to receive the football. They want to go on offense, and we're really going to take a look and see if quarterback A.P. Hall, his ankle, and see how he can go with that ankle. Wouldn't want to say it's 100%, but they got him suited up and says he's ready to go, so we'll see.
Well, they're going to need A.P. Hall for sure tonight and in the postseason. Although Tyler Caperton came in last week and played well in his debut and as a freshman.
Right.
Now for Courtland, teeing it up on this kickoff is Jeff Trigueros, number 40. And so Courtland will be kicking off, and Eastern View hoping for a good return on this opening kickoff.
Look where he lines up to kick it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be an onside?
Well, it is a short kick. And I think they were trying to get the ball to be a free-for-all there, but Eastern View's number 15, rather, Mason Settle, fields this one to keep Eastern View from avoiding an early setback, so to speak.
Because once that ball goes 10 yards, anybody's ball, and I think they were trying to keep Eastern View napping right here. So now we're going to see.
But you said it, Steve. If you looked at the formation, it looked like it was going to be a short kick, and it sort of surprised me because he didn't kick straight away.
Right.
Right. So Eastern View will take over on offense. Excellent field position at its own 40-yard line. A.P. Hall back there in the quarterback position tonight. He's going to throw on first down. He's got Brett Clatterball on the slant. It's caught across the 45 out to about the 47 or 48-yard line. I know you got to like that, that they're getting Brett Clatterball in that offensive mix early on.
Yeah, and I know why. Look at the corners out here. Look how small they are, even as linebackers. They don't want to see number 34 coming down barreling at them. And it's going to be, hopefully we can keep doing this, and then we can be able to get some points on the board and get after them.
Well, Clatterball is now in the backfield alongside A.P. Hall. They fake it to him, and they throw it. They set up the screen there. And Courtland closed in on it pretty quickly, but Eastern View's Jaheim Fry will get enough for a Eastern View first down.
Now, I like that play call, Mark, because using Brett as a kind of a decoy, and, their attention from the Courtland defenders are on him, and just be able to throw a little screen pass. Now, we got a first down.
And Brett Clatterball will go wide left. Mason Settle, bottom of your screen. A.P. Hall fakes to Jaheim Fry and throws. He's got Settle this time on the reception. We'll give him forward progress out to, I believe, the Courtland 45. It'll be a pickup of 4 yards, and it'll bring up 2nd and 6.
And see, I like what A.P. Hall's doing. He's surveying. He's reading those backs. Even though they got the play call, he's reading where his hot read is, and right there, that was on Settle. Mm-hmm. And again, he's got mismatches because he's 6'4". He's a big kid.
DeAndre Brock this time goes wide left. No one is wide to the right. You see Clatterball there in motion. They hand it to him. He gets away from one defender, makes a nice cut, turns upfield, and this is Brett Clatterball at his best. So look at this bulldozer.
Yep.
He gets down to near the 25-yard line. Steve, they had a chance to tackle him in the backfield, and if it had been anybody else, I think they would have brought him down. He just made the guy miss.
He made the guy miss, but he's coming back.
Well, they're bringing it back. Our first penalty of the game is going to be what?
A chop block.
Or a hold.
Hold.
Going to be a hold. All right, as they set this one back, we'll tell you that localsportshistory.com is the community sports site that you are building organically. Check out local sports information or contribute your submissions at localsportshistory.com. Well, those holding penalties really hurt you, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And it's that was a big play by Brett Clatterball, but again, when I saw that flag, it's in the vicinity of holding.
All right. Well, mark this one off. He goes back to the pass. He's got Jaheim Fry open out there, and Fry gets back a chunk of that penalty yardage and then some.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was actually
Simmendinger.
Oh, that was Dominic Simmendinger, and he was one of the many seniors introduced tonight before the start of tonight's game. This is senior recognition night. It's a regular season finale, and these two teams are looking to get a win and try to secure the best spot they can in the postseason, which starts next week. All right, now here it is, 3rd down and 5, and the ball is at the Courtland 43. Hull going to throw it again. And this one overthrown, intended for DeAndre Brock.
Yeah.
And he also had Clatterball open out there. He went to Brock instead. Now here comes the punting team.
Yeah, I like this call to go ahead and punt. I mean, the Hull just kind of airmailed that pass over there and couldn't connect. But, you know, I thought maybe they might go for it at 4th and 6. But, no, why give Courtland a gift when you can sit there and hopefully pin them back deep in their own territory?
John Pritchett on to punt for the Cyclones. Good snap. Good protection. His kick is not going to be returned. They're going to let it roll and down it at about the 16-yard line. So that's where the Courtland offense and its wing T formation will set up for the first time here in the first quarter.
Again, it looked like I said, penalties, they hurt you. We didn't, you know, prior to this game, I was going to say, you know, whoever also commits the least penalties or mistakes, well, that's always good. They're going to win the game. And right now with, you know, Eastern View, they had a good drive going, but that holding call, you know, proved costly for them.
Let's see. Where have they put the ball down, Steve? Can you see it from there?
It looks like the 16.
Yeah, go camera left there.
16.
5, 10, 15, 16. There it is. That's where Courtland will go. That's where we thought on offense. The quarterback is Chieftain Watson. He's under center. They run the wing T. It's Chew in motion. Handoff straight ahead. And the running back will be denied the 20-yard line. We'll hold him to a gain of about 3 yards. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Well, this broadcast brought to you in part by Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. 8:40 to go, clock running, first quarter, no score. Courtland on offense here for its initial possession. Eastern View had the ball first, started at its own 40-yard line, moved down to about the Courtland 43 until that drive stalled.
Yeah, this all on defense. What Eastern View's got to do is just find the football, stay in your gaps, and just don't let many wide receivers get behind you, because that's what they like to do.
Here's Watson. Tosses it, got a receiver. It's caught at the 25-yard line, and that was complete to Kamari Lawton to the 25. And let's see, he's going to be about a yard shy of a first down, I believe it is. It'll be a bring up 3rd down, and they're going to call it 2.
See, I thought it was floating out there. I thought it could have been intercepted, but it floated right into their wide receiver's hands. But a big 3rd and 2 here, deep in their territory.
Well, you've seen Chieftain Watson, the quarterback, on first down operated under center, and then that time he was in the pistol formation. He rolled to his left, found a receiver out there, picked up some, pretty good yards. And it brings up a very manageable 3rd down and 2 here for the Courtland Cougars. And this time Watson back under center. Man in motion, that's Laquan Chew. And they hand it off, and the ball carrier runs into a wall of black jerseys. And that was Marcus LaRue. And now that'll bring up 4th down, and likely we'll see the Courtland punting team.
Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be short, about 4th and 1. And they're going to go for it.
Well, or so it appears, right?
Yeah. Well, they're going to try to draw Eastern View off sides, because teams have been doing that against the Cyclones all year long. Hopefully they'll be disciplined enough just not to move.
Well, if they're going to punt, look for jersey number 25 in the lineup. That's punter Rocco Thielen. And you're right, Steve. They're going to line up to go for it here on 4th down and 1. Here's a running back. Number 4 to the outside. That's Laquan Chu. He'll have a first down. He needed a yard. He picked up about 3. So Courtland will keep possession as they move the sticks. All right. Well, this broadcast is brought to you in part by Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. 540-547-3673.
Well, Mark, I was getting ready to say, when you on that last play, they just brought him against the formation. The Courtland did and tossed it out there because he was in motion, and then but it looked like a couple of Eastern View players couldn't get out there because they were getting picked.
All right, now first down and 10 for the Cougars from the 29. Watson's going to throw it. This one batted down by. Let's pick up the number. Is it number 6 or number 8?
Number 6.
Nope.
Or no, number 4.
Number 4. And that is for Eastern View, of course, Detrez Gahagan. Now second down and 10 from the 29-yard line. Clock stopped at 5:55 to play here in this first quarter. We are scoreless so far.
And the wing tee offense should be no surprise, really, to the Cyclones. They play Courtland every year,
right,
and they know it. So the big thing is to stay disciplined on defense.
Second and 10 now from the 29. Watson hands off the running back straight ahead. He powers his way across that 30 out to about the 33. That was number 3, the ball carrier, Marcus LaRue.
He's a big boy, Mark. He's going to be, I'm surprised he hadn't been running the ball earlier, but he is a big load to bring down. So Brett's going to have to come in there and see man on man.
Yeah, it brings up a 3rd and 2 for Courtland. Well, Christian Olavella does a lot of running the ball for Courtland, but we haven't called his name yet. And they go back here to Marcus LaRue, and the Cyclones stop him cold near the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's going to be a holding call against Courtland here. See what now decision time. Do you decline it and they go for it? I think you'd take the yards here because it'd leave 4th down in about 2. They converted 1 already.
Exactly.
Face mask. Oh, face mask.
You thought that was holding against
yeah,
Courtland?
Yep.
But it's not. It's going to be a face mask against Eastern View, and that'll be a first down again for Courtland. Now they have put it down at the 44-yard line.
That was a big penalty right there. I was looking and thought it was holding because it could have been holding too on Courtland, but I didn't see where that. Wasn't able to see the face mask.
All right, new set of downs for the Courtland Cougars. They have it now at their own 44-yard line. Watson this time under center. And they hand off to Laquan Chu. And here is Chu getting loose and getting into that Cyclone secondary before they force him out of bounds near the Eastern View 40-yard line.
They're going to have to tighten that up, Mark, from a defense standpoint. When he's running across the formation like that, they got to understand that 4 is good likely he's going to get that ball. And they need to come up, and the corners are playing too far back, and so they can't get up quick enough on run support.
All right, so another first down for the Cougars, and this time they have the ball at the Cyclones 39. See the clock running there. Courtland started this drive on its own 16-yard line. Watson under center. LeChue in motion. Watson's going to throw it. He's throwing it downfield. This one's going to be incomplete. Great coverage out there, but there's a penalty flag coming in as Jaheen Fry was defending against Kalon Perry.
That was a bad call, Mark. I was official. I would have let that one go. I mean, he just kind of bumped him a little bit. He didn't come across him or drag him down. That's a big call. Again, now 2 big penalties, costly penalties for Eastern View.
You see head coach Brian Lowry conversing with the official there. But now they mark it off from the line of scrimmage, though, don't they?
Yes.
So from the 39.
It's 15 yards.
All right, 20, 25, 24. You're right. From the 39 to the 24. And another first down for the Courtland Cougars. They're on the move here. And, of course, they've been the beneficiary of some penalties against Eastern View. That was one of them right there.
That was a ticky-tack. I can tell you that. Give that man a bunch of tic-tacs.
Here's Watson in the gun this time. And he's going to hand off. This is to Laquan Chu. And they stop him before he can get do too much damage.
Yep, Segmendinger and Brett were on top of him before he was able to get started. But that's what they got to do. They got to find that football because of the misdirection on that wing tee.
Right.
And their quarterback, Cheaton Watson, can run this wing tee. So you got to be, aware of that. And also, like I said, you got to know where number 4 is at all times.
All right. Well, we're down to 3:20 to play here in this first quarter with Courtland on the move. Second down and 10 from the 24. This time, Watson is caught in the backfield by number, is that 8?
8.
That's number 8, Dominic Simmendinger for the loss. That's the first time they were able to get to him.
Yep. That was a good play. They blitzed and came right up through the gap.
Lost 6 yards on the play. It's going to bring up third down and 16.
And that was a good call defensively, too, because they brought the blitz. It was a run blitz.
All right, here's third and long. Watson under center. LeChue in motion. Here's Watson. He's going to throw it. Downfield he goes. Going up for it and almost making a one-handed catch. The defender timed his leap maybe a little bit too soon, and almost bringing it in there was number 8 for Courtland, Kalon Perry. Instead, it's fourth down.
And they're going to go for it. I don't think Courtland's going to punt here. See, then they're testing Eastern View's back, their cornerbacks and safeties, because this is the second time that Watson's gone long. He got lucky on the first one with interference, but you're right. That defender for Eastern View almost he was lucky because I thought he jumped way too early.
Well, I'll tell you, Courtland's field goal kicker, watching him in the pre-game drills, Chris Salazar, he's got range from about 50 yards. They're not thinking field goal right here, though. It's fourth down at about 16. Watson takes the snap, going to roll to his left. Going to look downfield and throw it. There he goes. This one nicely broken up by DeAndre Brock. And now the Courtland Cougars will turn it over on down so that Eastern View defense stiffens when it needed to. And this broadcast brought to you in part by Fountain Sons, more than a respected funeral home. They support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Fountain Sons, 825-3530. And CFC Farm and Home Center, supplying your lawn and garden, pet and farm needs since 1932. Hometown pricing and outstanding service at CFC Farm and Home Center, 825-2200. All right, Eastern View back on offense from the 30-yard line. AP Hall handing off Jaheim Fry. And he picked up maybe 2 yards on the play. Making the tackle for Courtland, number 22, Steve Garland, the linebacker.
And, Mark, I wanted to say DeAndre Brock made a good play because he didn't intercept it. He could have, but knocked it down because that was fourth down. They had better position up here.
So you're talking about a heads-up play.
Yep, exactly.
All right. Fry picked up 3 yards on first down. 2nd and 7 coming up. You see the clock there, time remaining. We're scoreless here in this first quarter. AP Hull. Hands off, Brett Clatterball. Little setter step in the backfield, and Clatterball still fighting for yards. I think he drew the entire Courtland football team that all had a hand in trying to bring him down. They brought him down to 35. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, they need to they had Brett, get him out in space a little bit. He's going to punish whoever's going to try tackling him.
Well, what's impressed me so far in this game with Brett is, that he's got he can be shifty too.
Yeah,
he can, we know he can hit you, but he can also make you miss.
He came on to get a little bit of breather.
All right, 3rd and 5. That's Brock now lining up. And Camden Roy in motion. He takes the handoff. Here's Roy. He's going to pick up first down yardage for the Cyclones.
That was a good play, Mark, right there. Let's go to replay.
Yeah, you want to see this one again.
Yep. Wow. Big play.
Good play call. Give the credit there to offensive coordinator Jeff Jenkins for calling that one. And Eastern View has another set of downs. See, the final 30 seconds will now start to tick off here in this first quarter at Cyclone Stadium. Eastern View has it 1st and 10 now from its own 40. Hall's going to throw. He's going to loft it downfield to his receiver, and he's got him. And that is Jaheim Fry out of the backfield. He'll go to bounds at about the 45 of Courtland. Stops the clock with about 20 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that was a good pass. And you see Hall's touch. He was able just to kind of drop that in right into our receiver's hands. Big throw, big catch.
Down to the Courtland 43. It's 1st and 10 Cyclones. Clock stopped with 21 seconds to play here in this first quarter. And it looks like Eastern View has called a timeout. And our timeout sponsor is UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial health of our members and of the Culpeper community. UVACreditUnion.org. All right. Not only was there a timeout, but we've got the end of the quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, we're scoreless. Let's take a break and come back for the start of the second quarter. Right after this, you're watching Cyclones football on the Culpeper Media Network.
This broadcast is made possible by the generosity of our community sponsors.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. CFC Farm and Home Center, supplying your lawn and garden, pet, and farm needs since 1932. Hometown pricing and outstanding service at CFC Farm and Home. Found in Sons Funeral Home, Culpeper's perpetual best of the best for resources, planning, and support for our entire community. Battlefield Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford, proudly serving the Culpeper community for over 20 years. State-of-the-art service departments and over 22 acres with hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles. Battlefield Automotive. Nominations are now being accepted for the local area sports Hall of Fame. Nominate anyone that you feel is deserving of historical local sports recognition at localsportshistory.com/HOF.
All right, welcome back to Cyclone Stadium and to the start of the second quarter. We are scoreless. The second quarter will begin with Eastern View in possession, looking at 1st and 10 at the Courtland 43-yard line.
Well, the officials had a powwow, but I don't know what it is. They're moving the down marker up.
You were mentioning at the break, Steve, that first quarter flew by, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Oh, it's our first down.
All right, so 1st and 10 Cyclones at the Cougars 43. As we begin this second quarter of action at Cyclone Stadium in the last game of the regular season, as AP Hull winds up and throws downfield. He's got a wide open man, and it is DeAndre Brock who let that one slip away.
Oh, man.
Oh, you're gonna think about that for a while.
Go to replay.
Yeah. Was he wide open or not?
Oh, look at that. Right. Dropped right in the bread basket.
Steve, somebody in that secondary missed an assignment there.
It sure did.
And Courtland can be thankful that Brock took his eyes off that one. That had, pretty sure, 6 points written all over it.
It did. I mean, that was a teardrop right into his hands. I know he's hating life right now. It happens, but.
Well, what do they say about the easy plays?
Yeah, hopefully he'll be able to come back. His quarterback showed confidence in him by giving him a, kind of pat on the back. It happens, and just come back and be ready to go again.
It really does. And you got to look ahead. Here's Hull on the option. He's going to toss it to Jaheim Fry. Nicely done. Here's Fry, lowering his shoulder, picking up good yardage, and he got a chunk, and more than enough for another Eastern View first down.
And, Mark, I like that play because you don't really see Eastern View option football, and Hull ran it right. I mean, I was kind of looking and said, oh, you shouldn't be running your ankle, and he pitched it right off to Fry, big pickup, and it really confused the Cougars.
He pitched it at the right moment, too, didn't he? And he put it right in the spot for Fry. All the way down to the 25-yard line. He picked up 18 yards on the play. They go back to the run. Fry off left tackle. Here's Fry. He gets behind a blocker at Brandon Weaver, and he got inside the 10-yard line down to about the 7 or 8. It's going to be first and goal for the Cyclones.
Now the Cyclones have got the Cyclone train running.
There's a penalty flag down back near the 30-yard line.
That means there's an area holding. Let's see. Looks like it's coming back. Yep.
Yeah, it is holding. Second holding call tonight against the Cyclones.
And another big penalty right when they're just driving too. They get a flag, and those holds sometimes they just kill you because where that holding occurred, it was way behind the play, and that's when you got to tell your offensive lineman you got to disengage. When that running back is by you, and your man, and you're still holding on to your man, you're going to get snagged for it. And that's exactly what happened.
Well, they moved the ball back to the 35. And we're at first and 20.
Those are killers, Mark, these penalties.
But, Eastern View has shown that they can, on one play, get a lot of that yardage back. So I don't think they sweat it too much. All right, now on first and 20, here's Hall. Fakes it, then throws on the slant, and he's got Brock. Ball is loose. Let's see who's got it. Courtland says they do. Brock had it, lost it. Eastern View says the ball was down by
contact.
Thought
the ball was down by contact, and the official are saying it too.
And coming up with it for Eastern View was Brandon Weaver.
Yeah, because he was on the ground when it came out. Yeah, it's going to be Eastern View's ball. No, big number 79 for Courtland.
Well, now his name came up when I was talking to one of the Courtland coaches, Jaden Edwards.
He's a big boy.
He is, and he may be playing at Virginia Tech. But he's a junior. He's thinking about going to Virginia Tech, Steve.
He'll be joining Brett.
Yep.
And that I knew that was going to be a ground. The ground can't cause a fumble.
11-yard pickup down to the 24.
The best thing you do with big defensive ends like that is run right at them.
All right, Hull's got running backs on both flanks there to his left and right. He gives it to Jordan Hopkins, his first carry of the night. Hopkins looking for some running room, reverses direction, gets away from one defender. He's got a blocker out in front of him. Here comes Jordan Hopkins down the near sidelines, and he's pushed out of bounds near the 5-yard line, brings in a penalty flag. That could be an unsportsmanlike penalty assessed against Courtland.
It's going to be offsetting penalties, Mark.
Offsetting?
See the one out here in the area of holding.
Oh, not again.
And then they're going to have that one personal foul. So we'll see how they're going to. What they should do is assess the holding, then go and assess the personal foul, because that was dead ball. If it was a live ball penalty, you would be offsetting. So we'll see.
All right. Well, it may take them a few minutes to sort this one out. So I'll tell you that localsportshistory.com is the community sports site that you are building organically. Check out local sports information or contribute your submissions at localsportshistory.com.
Well, we got multiple flags. Got one down here by Coach Lowry. Then we got another one up here. Two of them over here. So a lot of laundry.
Here a flag, there a flag, everywhere a flag.
Call the Tide detergent man.
So it is holding. Here's the signal against Eastern View. But will there be a penalty against Courtland? I thought they threw one at the end of that play.
So they're going to then go back, and then just like I said, they're going to, because that was a dead ball. So that basically worked out to the Cyclones' benefit here.
Well, I think Hopkins had gotten down to about the 5-yard line, but when it's all said and done, they put the ball down at about the 19.
And they're still second down, though. So basically,
they moved it up. They netted 5 yards on the play. After all that, they netted 5.
But, the linemen got to learn to keep their hands in. Can't be grabbing.
All right, here it is. It's like second and about 4. Hull in the empty backfield, stepping up and throwing, and incomplete over the hands of the intended receiver there, DeAndre Brock.
That was a good. I like Hull. He can throw that ball. He can just steps right up there and hums it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure some schools are going to start looking at him too, because he's a junior. He's 6'2", about 240. He brings a load.
All right, now on third down. Third down and 4. AP Hull on the rollout. Options it. He's going to keep it, turns upfield and lowers his shoulder, gets down to about the 2-yard line before Courtland's Jamison Aiken saves the touchdown with his tackle.
Mark, we go to replay on that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that pitch. He did it perfectly. He faked pitch and took it right down to the 2-yard line.
Nicely done by AP Hull. And the Cyclones have first and goal from the 2-yard line. And they've got Brett Clatterball in the backfield. And
they're asking him to run the clock.
Dominic Simendinger is looks like he's going to line up in the backfield.
Where's the coach going?
Something about the clock, I think.
Yeah.
All right. All right, first and goal now from the 2. Well, we got a whistle and stoppage. There's
Yeah.
something going on about the clock. And you saw head coach Brian Lowry.
Yeah, but it looks like it might be a legal procedure against the Cyclones. We'll see.
Wasn't there some confusion about whether or not the clock should be running?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it should have been running because it was a run play. Then we had to stop it to advance the sticks. And then it should have started right up, and they didn't do it. So now you got to. We get. I don't know what it is about these officials. I mean, it's just like every
So it's
game.
offsides Courtland. And then it's personal foul, Courtland. And now they've got the ball at the 1-yard line. So from the 2 to the 1 after all that. And you got Simendinger in the backfield. There's Brett Clatterball and AP Hull. And Jaheim Fry.
They're going to their power package.
Yeah, that is a power package. You don't know who they might snap the ball to. I'm guessing it could be Clatterball here. From the 1-yard line. It is Clatterball. Lowers his shoulder easily into the end zone. First score of the night.
Fear the wind. It's a Cyclone touchdown. Brett Clatterball from 1 yard. Touchdown.
Comes with 9:33 to play in this second quarter. It's 6-0 Cyclones, and we'll see Beckett Capolini on for the point after, and the holder will be Jaheim Fry. Steve, I think the long snapper is important too.
Yep.
Is that number 11? Can we see that? It is. It's John Pritchett handling it.
Another flag.
Let's see.
What's this one going to be?
So you can pick up that number. I think that long snapper's position is so important.
Well, that's going to be against
It
Courtland.
is number 11. Thank you, Johnny. John Pritchett is the long snapper on this play.
Oh, what's with the official? Yeah.
And, you know, Steve, we don't talk about it a lot, but, you know, these kickers make these point afters look easy, but it starts with the snap, then the blocking, then the hold, then the kick. It's that chain. And this isn't going to hurt the Cyclones any here on that penalty.
Illegal procedure 5 yards. So that makes it a 25-yard PAT. Ball's at the 15. Yeah.
So Beckett Capolini will try to extend the lead to 7. Snap the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 7-0 our score with 9:33 to play here in the second quarter at Cyclone Stadium. Well, Steve, that drive for the Cyclones started on its own on their own 30. At the end of the first quarter, they had moved it down to the Courtland 43, and then starting the second quarter, they were able to move it down and How many plays? Let's see. I think I had one with 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 12 plays, 70 yards. Didn't make a note of the time. Clatter ball. I like that power package formation you talk about that they use in those short yardage
Yeah,
situations.
because you don't know who's going to get the ball. Either one, all three of them could do it and have the power to get it in. And just as this was Brett's turn, able to come right in, get that 1 yard. But again, Eastern View, though, they want to be successful in this game tonight. They got to stop the penalties. They got to cut them down because they had drives, should have been scoring earlier, but they had plays called back because of penalty.
All right, Beckett Capolini will kick off for the Cyclones, up 7-0 here. 9:33 to play in the second quarter at Cyclone Stadium. Again, last game of the regular season being played tonight. We've got a whistle and stoppage, and it'll probably be a 5-yard penalty against Eastern View. And we'll go to that here in just a second. I want to tell you this broadcast brought to you in part by Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. The 5-yard penalty assessed against the Cyclones, and they'll kick not from the 40, but from the 35. So, Steve, Eastern View's crosstown rival, Culpeper in action tonight at home against Spotsylvania. What do you think about that matchup?
It's going to be a tough matchup. Spotsylvania gave King George all they could handle and only lost 40-28. So, Spotsylvania is an up-and-down team all year.
Right. All right, here is Capolini's kick. Straight away it is. Going to be fielded inside the 20-yard line. On the return there is Amari Boxley. Boxley gets away from the pack for a while before looks like make that number 6. Ryan Dotson catches up with him to make the tackle on the special teams.
Yep, but it gives Courtland good field position starting out, and this is their third offensive possession of the first half, I
think so, and they're going to have excellent field position at their own 48-yard line. And so Courtland will look to answer Eastern View's scoring drive. You see the time remaining and the score in this game so far. Well, Chieftain Watson is the Courtland quarterback, and he brings the team to the line of scrimmage. He'll operate under center on first down. And here's a little reverse inside handoff. It pays dividends for Courtland as Kalon Perry gets in that Cyclone secondary, picks up tremendous yardage all the way down to about the Eastern View 27-yard line.
Yeah, but Perry got crushed by you-know-who.
Would it be number 34?
Yep. And he kind of got his body bent up underneath him. But that was a good play call inside. It was a tough run, and we had too many arm tackles.
And that was some of that misdirection you've talked about with the wing T formation, Steve.
It is, and you got to find the football. But he was just, right along that line. He broke through after about 3 tackles and good thing it was Brett back there who was able to save a touchdown.
Hit him hard, tackled him at the 26-yard line, rather. So pick up a 36 yards on the play by Kalon Perry. And now Courtland will have it 1st and 10 at the Eastern View 26. 9 minutes to play, and the clock is moving here in the second quarter at Cyclone Stadium. Our score 7-0 in favor of the Cyclones. There we go to the left here. We can see Watson back in the picture. Looks right, throws left. Got a receiver out there. It's number 12, Amari Boxley. Boxley gets away from the pack, and they force him out of bounds near the 5-yard line.
Yep. Broken tackles, though. I got a score on the Spotsylvania Culpeper games. First quarter, Spotsylvania's up 7-0. And I want to thank Ronnie Harper for that scoring update.
Thank you, Ronnie. And on that play, Boxley got down to the 7-yard line. So it looks like Courtland threatening here, Steve, to answer Eastern View's scoring drive. And in that lineup is big number 79, Jaden Edwards. I guess he's in that right tackle position. Here's first and goal from the 7. They hand off. This is Olivello, Christian Olivello, his first carry of the night, and he carries it all the way into the end zone from 7 yards out. Touchdown, Courtland, and the Cougars are a point after away from tying this football game.
Yeah, again, they just two big plays and that's what Courtland can do for their big play offense. I want to give you another update. Second quarter, it is Spotsylvania 15, Culpeper 12.
15-12?
Yep.
Oh, they got a good game going on over there. All right, well, on for the point after is, let's see, I believe that's Chris Salazar. We've got kick is up and good. Place kicker, punter. I guess that was Chris Salazar. They've got 3 different kickers. Rocco Thielen handles the punts, Jeff Trigueros to kickoffs, and Chris Salazar field goals and point afters. All right, so 7-7 our score. Well, we knew we would have a close football game, Steve, and it hasn't disappointed yet, has it?
No, but I'm seeing what the thing is that I know Eastern View can do they're not stopping the run.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Courtland's thrown it a couple times, yeah, but they're basically running up and down the field with the run. And so we're going to have to, defensively, they're going to have to, straighten that up, because what's happening is they're running through the gaps and we're not playing sound defensively gap football, and you have to when you're going against the wing D.
Yeah. All right, well, this broadcast brought to you in part by Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. 540-547-3673. All right, so on the kickoff here, this will be Jeff Trigueros kicking off for Courtland. Tied ball game. 7-7. There we go. 7-7, 8:35 to play.
Looks like Brett's giving some first aid attention on the bench.
Is he?
About his elbow. Might cut it.
Here's the kick. It's a short one. Fielded. Can't see it. Where's the camera? All right, on the return. Now we can see it. I couldn't see who the number was, Steve. We lost the camera there.
Yeah, why is they jump?
Couldn't see who returned it.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see who returned it, but I thought maybe it was a fumble because the way they were celebrating over there.
Huge return. All the way into Courtland territory. That'll give the offense a spark there. They're going to start with a short field to operate from, with Eastern View back on offense at the Courtland 42.
It was number 6 was for Eastern View, had that run.
Well, that's Ryan Dotson.
Yeah, that's who returned it.
All right, here's Hull. Handing off Jaheim Fry. Straight ahead he goes. And powers his way forward down to about the 36-yard line. It's a pick of 6 yards on first down.
Hey, if you can get 6 yards every time first down, you're going to win football games, Mark. You're going to be able to move it right on down the field.
Yeah, they actually, after they spotted it, they gave him 5, so it's 2nd and 5 from the 37. Clock continues to run. You see the time there. We're tied up 7 apiece. Eastern View looking to take the lead again on this drive, starting with excellent field position. They go back to the run. Jaheim Fry made that first defender miss. Straight ahead he goes and powering his way down near the 20-yard line. What a run by Jaheim Fry. Well, this running game's working real nicely for the Cyclones on this drive, Steve.
Jaheim, you underestimate him. You don't think he's that powerful, but he is strong, powerful running back, and he's laid out number 7 of Courtland, just ran right over him.
Well, that would have been the unlucky Chieftain Watson.
Yeah, he got trucked.
Well, Jaheim Fry picked up 24 yards on that carry. It's 1st and 10 now from the 13-yard line. Here's Hull. The ball is dropped. There was some miscommunication on the exchange right there. I don't think was it Fry or was it number? Who was it?
Hull. It was Hull going to Fry, and it looked like Hull wanted to keep it, and and Jaheim didn't get his arm out early enough.
All right, so
that could have been costly as a penalty. And I thought AP might be a little shaken up. He's bouncing up and down that ankle.
Lost 3 yards, and the play pushes it back to the 16. Back to the run they go. This is Fry bouncing off the pack. Kind of like a pinball there, and he got inside the 10-yard line. Down to about the 8.
Good hard running by Fry, and he's getting good blocks up front.
Well, Steve, how about some statistics on Jaheim Fry this year when you get a chance? Courtesy of Austin Pickett, who's provided those. We know who's the team's leading ball carrier, of course. We've got pages of statistics to share with you from time to time, thanks to Austin Pickett. Ball is at the 7-yard line, and it's 3rd and 4. So they can get a first down here without having to score. Jordan Hopkins gets the call. Here's Hopkins. He takes a big hit, and that was delivered by big number 79, Jaden Edwards. And this is a player who's probably Division I caliber, with his sights perhaps set on Virginia Tech in a couple years.
Right now, Mark, Jaheim Fry has got 549 yards coming into this game on the season.
All right, we've got a 4th down, and looks like the field goal team is out there. That means Beckett Capolini. And a little bit of stoppage on the play, and maybe they're rethinking here what they're going to do.
Yeah, they called timeout.
Eastern View called a timeout, did they? I haven't seen the signal. No.
No.
Capolini's out there. Jaheim Fry is the holder. And 25, 20, 15, 7, 22. Well, this would be a 32-yard. Let's see, it is 15. The 15.
It'd be 25.
25-yard field goal attempt coming out. But now Eastern View has called a timeout.
Yeah.
And our timeout sponsor is UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial health of our members and of the Culpeper community. UVAcreditunion.org. And also want to mention one of our sponsors, Found & Sons, more than a respected funeral home. They support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530. So if after this timeout they go back to the field goal attempt, it'll be from 25 yards by Capolini. Like we said, Jaheim Fry is the holder. Long snapper would be number 11, John Pritchett. This is easily within Capolini's range.
Yep.
If he connects, it'll give the Cyclones a 3-point lead.
And that shows confidence in the kicker to get him out there for field goal.
The snap, the hold, and the kick. And we got a whistle, and we've got stoppage. We'll have to redo it.
And we'll see if it's a penalty or the kick was good.
You know, if it works against Courtland, Eastern View would have a first down.
Yeah, they might see what it is.
Here it comes. Now, this seems a little bit more decisive than last week, Steve. Here it is here.
False start.
False start against Eastern View.
So now it's going to be a 30-yard.
Right. So was it last week when Capolini connected on a field goal? And that was his first try of the season.
Yeah.
So this is his second attempt. And as Steve has pointed out, this will be a 30-yard field goal attempt with Fry, the holder. Gets it down. Here's Capolini's kick. Plenty of leg behind this one. And this one is, come on, John. This one's good.
Yep.
It's 10-7. With 4:55 to play in the second quarter. 10-7, Cyclones on top.
And I like that call, to let him go ahead with the field goal because it shows you confidence in your kicker. I don't know.
10-7. All right. What about that Eastern View drive, Steve?
I liked it. It was mainly all on the run. It was, the running to Jaheim Fry, but they kind of got bogged down here when they got near the, inside the red zone, but they're able to come away with points, 3 points, which could be huge in this ball game.
All right, 4:55 to play in the second quarter. What was the update on that Spotsylvania call? You said it was 15-12?
15-12 in the second quarter.
And it's 10-7 here. Another 3-point battle. But, that's temporary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see if, like I said, let me see if I can get any more updates here. Hold on.
Beckett Capolini has teed it up for the Cyclones, who are up by 3 points. 10-7, 4:55 to play in the second quarter. And one thing to consider is that when we start the third quarter, Eastern View will be kicking off to Courtland.
Yep.
All right, this one is going to be fielded at the 10-yard line. On the return there for Courtland is number 12. Good return. That's Amari Boxley. He got out across the 35, out to about the 38, where Courtland was set up on offense again. And both these teams, Steve, you mentioned on this last drive by Eastern View that was really the running game behind Jaheim Fry that propelled them.
Yeah, it was.
And then, previously Courtland's run game.
Yeah,
so both these teams are able to establish a running game here tonight.
Yeah, they're going to have to shore that up pretty quick because you don't want to, running the football takes off a lot of clock, but it doesn't lead for any big scoring unless you got somebody, just running up and down the field. Right now, I was surprised in Eastern View. They had a good balance. They threw in the run. You thought maybe they're going to pass, but there are a lot more passes than their other possession.
And they hurry up. Now Eastern View has to scurry to the line. Olivella, the ball carrier, he's tackled near the line of scrimmage, perhaps picked up a yard or two.
And you want to update, Culpeper is still 15-12. Spotsylvania scored, and they went for 2. That's where the 15 came from. So they're leading Culpeper 15-12, still in the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
But that was an interesting play, though, right there by Courtland. Kind of like, then all of a sudden they run up to the line like they're going to really go, and then just a little bit strange. They weren't able to pull off what they were trying to do anyway.
Were they trying to catch the Cyclones napping?
Yep.
Okay. Well, the ball carrier was actually LaRue. He picked up 2 yards. It's 2nd down and 8 now for the Cougars from their own 40. Man in motion is Laquan Chu. Watson, the quarterback, throws. Near side receiver is number 8, Kalan Perry. And they tackle him near the 45-yard line.
He maybe gained a half a yard.
I'm sorry. It was actually at the 40. He didn't gain anything. Good defense by the Cyclones.
Brings up a big 3rd down, Mark. So see what Cyclones can do here on D.
You got it. It's 3rd down and 8 for the Cougars from their own 40. Clock continues to run.
One thing that Cyclones got to watch out for is with Watson is that screen pass to the weak side and see if they do it.
All right, opportunity here for this Eastern View defense. Looking at 3rd and 8. Chieftain Watson rolls left, throws short. He's got a receiver. This one is caught. And this one's caught by Amari Boxley. He's going to be about 4 yards shy of a Courtland 1st down.
Now, is Courtland going to try for it here on the 4th? I haven't seen them punt.
Well, I don't know. That's a tough one. You've got 4th down and 3. You're at your own 45.
It's a long 3.
I say they at least come up and try to draw Cyclones off sides, but now they went for it early on 4th and 2, didn't they?
Yeah, they sure did.
And converted. And they certainly don't line up to punt this one away, so let's see what happens here on 4th and 3. Watson, Olivella, and now the reverse. Coming this way is Boxley. Boxley runs into a wall of black jerseys, and the ball is lateraled here, it looks like, to number 15, Kamari Lawton. He picks up 1st down yardage. They had him, Steve.
They did. Was it a forward? I don't see a flag.
I don't think it was forward.
But the officials are saying, yeah, it was a forward pass. It had to be.
Forward lateral?
Yep.
Maybe so.
Yeah, he won. It's a legal forward pass.
I didn't see a forward pass. I thought maybe he lateraled it.
No, they're calling it. They're saying he did.
Oh, what is it? Oh, yeah.
So he picked up the flag. He obviously thought it was a forward pass, but
Instead,
sideline warning.
now they're marking off a penalty against Eastern View. What's this one all about? That's a huge one. Steve, that's a 15-yarder. That's got to be a personal foul.
And see what there was a sideline warning. The second one, that's a 15-yard.
All right.
That's what it was, sideline.
And that's why they put it down at the 23-yard line, and a new set of downs for Courtland. They still have plenty of time here in this second quarter.
I thought it was a forward pass, but so did the fans.
Yeah, but what was the penalty for against Eastern View?
Sideline.
Oh, okay,
They
the sideline.
violated the sideline.
Second one, okay.
Yeah.
All right, here it is now. First and 10 Cougars from the Cyclones 23. Three receivers to the right. Watson going to throw downfield, going up for it, and not able to bring it in. Was the intended receiver there, Kalon Perry. Another chance to bring that one in, unable to do so. Defending on the play was Cam Roy, number 7.
Yeah, now, with the time still left here in the second quarter, each of you's got to be, worried here a little bit because they can't really bite on those run fakes because you see where Watson will, fake out of it and then kind of drop back to pass. So I think right now, if I was Eastern View, I'd be dialing up some sort of blitz here because, I don't see them running it down here.
Okay, and they'll do so on a 2nd and 10 at the 23 if they decide to do that. Now, Olivella is in the backfield. He's going to block. Watson's going to throw. Good coverage out there. They throw a flag, and Jaheim Fry is wondering why, as the intended receiver was Amari Boxley.
That's going to be a first down. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty because he didn't turn his head. You got to turn your head and back, look back to the ball.
Well, they're saying it was holding against the defense.
That's a 5-yard penalty, but automatic first down.
All right, so from the 23, they'll mark it
Defensive
off.
holding.
All right. Steve, the officials seem to be a little bit more decisive tonight. Don't you think?
Yep. Oh, it's a big penalty. I didn't know. I thought defensive holding was 5 yards.
All right.
It's 10 yards.
So from the 23 to the 13. So it's 1st and 10 now for the Cougars from the 13. 2:19 to play. Here in the second quarter, Christian Olivella's back there. They don't hand it off to him. Instead, they hand it to a man who takes a real heavy hit from Brett Clatterball. Well, can you say hello and how do you do to number 15, Kamari Lawton? He may not want to see number 34 for a while again.
That was a textbook tackle.
It really was. I mean, if anyone has wondered why he's a Division I player, you see plays like that, it really, it puts you really head and shoulders above.
Right.
Don't you think?
Yep, he does. I mean, this shows that he's going to be he could be an impact player for the Hokies.
Yeah, just a huge hit that time by Clatterball. All right, 2nd and 10 now from the 13 still. Olivella, the ball carrier, he tries it straight ahead he goes, and he's a force to bring down. He gets all the way down to the 5-yard line. For Courtland, it's going to bring up 3rd down here.
See what they can do, dial up defensively. Got to stay in your lanes here, boys.
Ball's up to 5. I think they need to get to 3rd down and 2. I think they can get a 1st down here without having to score. But nevertheless, they've got it at the 5-yard line. Christian Olivella will get the call. Olivella fighting for yardage, can't quite make it as Eastern View's, let's see, I'm trying to make sure that made the tackle there.
They're trying to see if it gives them a 1st down, though.
Yeah.
Somebody called timeout.
All right, who is calling timeout? It's going to be charged to Eastern View. Yeah, I was trying to see who made that tackle for Eastern View. I believe it was number 13, Steve. Andrew White. Ball's at the 3, so we need to know how much do they need to get for a 1st down here.
I can't see
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Yeah.
3rd and 1, and then, if they don't get it, they're going to try for it again. So they get a first down without getting a touchdown.
All right, this broadcast brought to you in part by CFC Farm and Home Center, supplying your lawn and garden, pet and farm needs since 1932. Hometown pricing and outstanding service at CFC Farm and Home Center, 825-2200. All right, after the timeout, let's see what happens here. Will Courtland dial up?
All right.
All right, here we go. Watson under center. Olivella, the ball carrier. They stop him near the line of scrimmage. And in on the tackle for Eastern View was number 55, Jaquan White. Steve, it looks like is this a 4th down coming up? No, not. And Courtland calls a timeout.
Yeah, Courtland calls timeout. It's still, it should be first down.
It should be, but they haven't signaled it yet, have they?
No.
Looks like he got enough for a first down.
You think, but.
Yeah, now they're saying it's first down and goal from the 2. And so Courtland, after this timeout, plenty of time to try to punch it in and take the lead before this intermission.
Yeah, but see, each of you gets the ball back. But let's see if we can get a goal line stand up here. That'd be great.
All right, some of those players in there for Eastern View include Ryan White, Carlos Diaz up front.
Get the beef in there.
Yep, got to have the beef. Particularly Christian Olivella in the backfield. He'll likely get the call, don't you think? With Watson under center here on 1st and goal from the 2-yard line.
Yep.
Boxley, the man in motion. He's going to block for Olivella, who charges in from 2 yards out. Touchdown, Courtland, and the Cougars have reclaimed the lead. It's 13-10, point after coming up.
Now let's see if we can do what we can do in a minute. Use our 2-minute offense, see if we can get down to scoring territory.
Chris Salazar on for the point after. The holder will be Jamison Aiken. And the long snapper, number 54, Brendan Butler. And Salazar kicks. And it's good. Our score, 14-10 in favor of the Cougars. A minute remaining. So, Steve, Cyclones will get the ball one last chance before the intermission. This was a drive that started at the Cougar 38-yard line.
But costly penalties. It's been the theme of the first half for the Cyclones and penalties.
11 plays, 62 yards, and it was capped by the 2-yard run by Olivella.
But, like I said, you had a couple penalties on that drive, and those things will kill a football team. That's what, I was getting ready to ask you, how many times have we seen this season so far? Have Eastern View been behind at half? I can only think of one, and that would be North Stafford.
I think you're probably right. Because I can't think of a time.
And so now Eastern View's, kind of not used to this, but
I mean, we didn't see the play Huguenot, but were they down at the half to them?
Yep.
And then the other team they lost to was King George, and that was 42-40. But
that was tied though at half.
Was it tied at half?
Yeah.
So you have a knack for remembering those. I mean, I can't remember that. I might remember who won the 64 series or something. Aren't you going to ask me who it was?
Yeah, no, because I know you know.
Oh, okay. All right, fielded at the 32-yard line by Brock, and he's tackled immediately. And good sportsmanship exhibited there by number 29. That was Aiden Nutter, N-U-T-T-E-R, Nutter.
Nutter butter.
Nutter butter. Why did I think you were going to say that? I think you beat me to it. Nutter butter.
Nutter butter.
Nutter butter. That must be something that's said a lot.
Have some nutter butter on a piece of brandy butter bread.
All right, Eastern View back on offense from its own 31-yard line. They have 59 seconds to play before the intermission, and they trail by 4.
Well, they're playing big zone. Courtland is, so no one can get behind them.
All right, here's Hull. on the rollout. Now he's going to throw downfield. He's got a receiver open out there, and it's caught by Brock. Here he comes.
Go down.
And they're going to tackle him now at the 25-yard line. Now Eastern View in contention here. With plenty of time remaining. I don't know how many timeouts they have.
I think they have one, but is there a flag on the field?
Well, you look at Courtland's players right now, and you look at them saying that they're going to be bringing it back, and they may be right.
Another penalty.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to be a hold.
All right, here comes the call.
I didn't see the flag. Oh,
that's an ineligible receiver downfield. Mm-hmm.
That's on one of the linemen. You can't go downfield after the ball is caught. That again, a costly penalty. They're in scoring territory. Now they have to do it all over again.
Yeah, this one pushes them back from the 31 to the 21. Or actually, put it down at the 20 there.
Actually, I thought it was a 5-yard, not a 10-yard, but.
Yeah, I mean, that's
that's why they're moving up. Yeah.
There you go.
See, these officials don't even know the rules.
Well, that's okay. You do. You can help out the viewing audience. You had it right to begin with, Steve. Pushes it back to the 25. 48 seconds remaining. All right, here's Hull. Throwing out there in the flat to his receiver. That was Brock. He gets out of bounds to stop the clock. And after he picked up about 6-7 yards.
Well, you can see the gaps that Courtland's playing. There's gaps all over that middle of the field that he may send a little pass to Brett or to somebody else, because what Courtland's trying to do is trying to keep it from getting behind him, and it almost cost him. But that penalty saved him. But we'll see what Eastern View can do here. I tried to get Brett or somebody one-on-one, man-on-man, and just throw it to him. But Brett's on the sideline, so I'd be looking at settle.
So if you're looking at the time remaining in field position where this ball is, they're going to have a big play in this drive to produce some points. You just don't have enough time to move the ball down methodically, do you?
No.
You got to have a big play sprinkled in this mix. Here's Hull dropping back. He looks down the field, didn't find a receiver open, so he runs it, and he goes out of bounds near a first down marker. And big number 71 chasing him out of bounds was Emmanuel Smith.
He didn't get there.
No, thought he had it. Instead, picked up 4 to the 36.
Well, what you don't want to do, if you don't get it here, then you take on fourth down, just take a knee and go on into halftime. You don't want to give Courtland another shot.
No. On 3rd down and 4 here. Four-man front for Courtland. And here's Hull. He's got Brock. He's got a first down catch, and then they tackle him near the 40-yard line. Forward progress will push it to the 43.
All right, and it's first down. Now the clock should, unless.
I believe Eastern View's called another timeout. And so they'll have it at the 43 after the timeout, 16 seconds to play. And I guess, Steve, if you were dialing it up, what might you try to do at this point?
Well, I'd try to get it to one of my receivers that's in man coverage, especially down the sideline, because I would assume that Eastern View is out of timeouts after this. So you really don't want anything over in the middle of the field. So you're going to have to work the sidelines, and I would think you'd have to get down to about the 20-yard line to conceivably get in Capolini's range for field goal.
20, 27, 37-yard field goal attempt?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be within his range.
So that's what you got to look at here. See if now I just got an update on the score courtesy of Ronnie Harper. It is now Spotsylvania 22, Culpeper 12. I think that's right before half.
All right, here it is. First and 10 now from the 43 with just 16 seconds remaining, and we have a whistle and to stop the play here before we can get going.
Timeout, Courtland.
I don't think they called a timeout.
Gee. These officials look like they got too much peanut butter sandwiches.
They still make those? Do they still make those?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen them for a while. There's a little confusion as to where the ball was supposed to be marked. Anyway, we go back to it here. Hall in the empty backfield. Quick throw out there. This one hits the ground first, so it'll be ruled an incomplete pass. Intended for Brett Clatterball.
He said he caught it, but there's a flag.
Yep.
Let's see what the call is here. It's going against. So it's going to be going against Eastern View. Boy, this is. I mean, Eastern View. This is what's hurting them. They got to clean that up, Mark. If
Too many penalties.
Yep.
False start.
Coach Lowry is not happy.
No, he is not. He's quite animated right now.
Yeah. Because these officials are bad. I hate to say it.
5-yard penalty. Push the ball back to the 38. And you're down to 13 seconds in this first half to play. All right, Hull steps up. Going to be tackled as the penalty flag comes in. And these final seconds are ticking off. But it looks like Eastern View has called a timeout. There's a penalty flag down as well, Steve.
I wouldn't be surprised. A cloud of dust. It's going against Eastern View. You're trying to see what the call is. I mean, yeah, we've been trying to get this final minute played for the last 20 minutes.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
Yeah. There's laundry on the field. And now Coach Hall over there is.
J.C. Hall, the longtime head coach of the Courtland Cougars. Played at Courtland, starting quarterback.
Yep, won a state championship.
Mm-hmm.
He looks in disbelief. Oh, now they'll pick up the flag.
Oh, my gosh.
They're getting a little, fans are getting a little animated.
And not mincing the words, right?
Yeah. They're just going to.
Well, now are they going to let the clock run out or what?
Yes,
I
they
thought
did.
Eastern View had called a timeout.
Yeah.
You said it? Yeah, Eastern View called a timeout.
Timeout, yeah. They.
And Courtland can't leave yet because they didn't let the clock run down.
I mean, these officials, I mean, we seem to get them every game.
They were doing so well at first.
Yep.
And you can see that the referee is speaking to head coach Brian
Yeah,
Lowry
because
right
they
there.
called, Eastview called timeout with 7.1 seconds. And then they're saying, oh, it didn't get first down. I know they got to have better control of this game. They're last week we didn't have a referee that would signal what the penalty is. This game they're throwing them all over the field against Eastern View. Oh, halftime.
All right, well, they've decided that the clock has expired, and we've played half a football game here as the two teams go to the locker rooms for intermission with the Cougars leading 14-10. All right, enjoy the break. We'll try to enjoy it as well and sort things out best we can. We look forward to calling the second half when we come back after the break. Stay tuned. You're watching Cyclones football on the Culpeper Media Network.
This broadcast is made possible by the generosity of our community sponsors.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. CFC Farm and Home Center, supplying your lawn and garden, pet, and farm needs since 1932. Hometown pricing and outstanding service at CFC Farm and Home. Found in Sons Funeral Home, Culpeper's perpetual best of the best for resources, planning, and support for our entire community. Battlefield Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford, proudly serving the Culpeper community for over 20 years. State-of-the-art service departments and over 22 acres with hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles. Battlefield Automotive. Nominations are now being accepted for the local area sports Hall of Fame. Nominate anyone that you feel is deserving of historical local sports recognition at localsportshistory.com/HOF.
This broadcast is made possible by the generosity of our community sponsors.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. CFC Farm and Home Center, supplying your lawn and garden, pet, and farm needs since 1932. Hometown pricing and outstanding service at CFC Farm and Home. Found in Sons Funeral Home, Culpeper's perpetual best of the best for resources, planning, and support for our entire community. Battlefield Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford, proudly serving the Culpeper community for over 20 years. State-of-the-art service departments and over 22 acres with hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles. Battlefield Automotive. Nominations are now being accepted for the local area sports Hall of Fame. Nominate anyone that you feel is deserving of historical local sports recognition at localsportshistory.com/HOF.
All right, we're back at Cyclone Stadium. Moments away from the second half kickoff. I'm Mark O'Connell alongside Steve Peacock, Johnny Krawchuk behind the camera up top, and Nick Morris back in the studio of the Culpeper Media Network. And our score is 14-10, and Eastern View will be kicking off to start the third quarter. Well, Steve, I have a summary of our scores, but before we get to that, what were your thoughts about the first half from both teams' perspectives?
Well, from Eastern View's perspective, penalties and mistakes. I mean, they killed at least I counted 3 scoring chance drives were called back by penalties, and they were able to get 1 touchdown and a field goal by Capellini to get 10 points. Courtland, they do what they always do. They tried it with that wing tee. They like to run that football, and they like to play power football and run between the tackles, but they will throw in with a pass, and that passing game has kind of hurt Eastern View a little bit, and that's why they're up 14-10. The other thing is, an interesting stat, there was 11 penalties called against Eastern View to 2 versus Courtland. That, I understand why Coach Lowry's upset because of that disparity, and you and I were remarking about the officials were not in sync with each other, and again that penalized Eastern View, but they're only down 14-10. The bad thing is they got to kick the ball off and give it to Courtland. So see what they have their defense, see if their defense can hold.
Well, it was a really odd ending to that second quarter, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The final few seconds. I mean, where Eastern View had called a timeout, we thought, but for whatever reason, the officials let the last few seconds run out, and we were just left going, well, what happened?
Yeah. And
well,
7 seconds they'll never get back. So.
Yeah. So, can't go back and reverse any of that. It's a close football game as we expected it to be. No surprise there. Our scoring was open with Brett Clatterball scoring from 1 yard out. Beckett Capellini got the point after. It was 7-0 Eastern View. Courtland came back with a Christian Olivella 7-yard touchdown run. The point after by Chris Salazar was good. Beckett Capellini, who was teed it up here, converted a 30-yard field goal. He's 2 for 2 on the season, made it 10-7. And in Courtland, Olivella got his second touchdown of the game, and the point after brings us to 14-10. And here's Capellini opening up third quarter action. This ball is going to be fielded inside the 15-yard line. Across the 30, 35. Still running. And finally tackled is the return man, Keelan Perry.
It was coming back. There was a flag. It was an illegal block in the back against Courtland. So that's coming back. But again, that just exposed a little hole there in the kickoff team. But lucky he was going to get called back with a block in the back right there. See, they're talking to each other like sitting in headsets.
Illegal block in the back.
I mean, for a minute there, I thought he was going all the way.
Sure did look that way, didn't it?
Yeah. And I was going to say, that's going to be from the spot. Should be 15 yards. Yeah.
All right, they'll put it down at the 40 of Courtland.
Okay.
Still good field position for the Cougars.
It's a 10-yard penalty. Okay.
As they start this third quarter on offense, leading by 4 points, 14-10.
And teams that have given Eastern View trouble so far this season have been teams that's got some speed in the backfield. And that's what's, seeing Courtland tonight, they're no exception. You had King George had speed, and so did North Stafford.
Watson, handoff, running back, caught in the backfield, slung down at the 35-yard line for a 5-yard loss. Yet another penalty flag down as Laquan Chu was slung to the ground on the loss.
And this is going to be face mask against, might be a face mask against Eastern View. Yep. All right, hold. First he made the face mask signal. So,
Cost him 10 yards.
yeah. Be a long evening for the officials because you could throw a holding penalty on every play almost. You gotta let some of you gotta let go.
Makes it 1st and 20 now for the Cougars from the 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, more delay out there.
Now they're talking. Do they know the rules? I haven't.
I guess they're just so intent upon getting it right that I don't know.
Ugh. Exhausting.
Can be, really. You think about it.
So throw a flag on every damn play. Someone just texted.
Well, it certainly seems that way as well, you
Yeah.
know. Not much of an exaggeration. 1st and 20. Boxley, the ball carrier. He gets to the outside, and then he sees Brett Clatterball. He decides to run out of bounds.
He wasn't going to try to take on Brett.
I got enough yardage on the play. I think I'll step out right now.
He'll pick up first down.
Did he?
No,
because he had that 10-yard
yeah,
penalty.
they got a lot of that penalty yardage back.
Yeah, original line of scrimmage was the 40, and got it out to the 38 now. So you got 8 of those yards back, and make it 2nd down and 12. Now from the 38.
And see, that's
Let's
where
blow crazy.
That's where I think Eastern View needs to pin its ears back and go after. You can do a run blitz. You just got to make sure you find that football, because they're going to use a lot of misdirection. That's how Courtland beats you. They try to use a lot of that misdirection just to find wherever that crease is, and that's when the back hits that hole.
On 2nd down now and 12. Ball carriers Olavella, and we got a couple of Cyclones in on the tackle, including number 30, Chase Hutchison. See some dust kick up out there too, don't you?
Yep.
Dry field. Give him a yard and call it 3rd and 11.
I don't think you'll see, if Courtland doesn't get anywhere close, they will not. They'll probably punt here after this play. See if Eastern View can hold them.
Sheepton Watson, the quarterback, in the gun now. Christian Olavella to his right. He's going to block. Watson's going to sling it downfield. This one near. Oh, it's caught. It looks like it was caught by the receiver after almost an interception there by the defender. He just ended up losing the ball. That was DeAndre Brock, who I thought had it, and then the Courtland player came over and looked like he made the catch.
Let's go to replay.
Yeah, we need to see that one again. Wow.
Wow. I mean, they just tipped it right into the receiver's hands, but Coach Lowry saying that he was out of bounds when he caught it.
Unless he got 1 foot in, right?
Yeah, you only need 1 foot in high school. But I thought we intercepted it at first, and then it
Sure did look that way. Instead, it's the 1st and 10 for the Cougars from the Cyclone 34-yard line. Watson going to throw downfield. Got a receiver out there who cannot race under that ball, intended for number 12, Amari Boxley. They'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 34. Well, LocalSportsHistory.com is the community sports site that you are building organically. Check out local sports information or contribute your submissions at LocalSportsHistory.com. We have 10-12 to play here in the third quarter. And Courtland has the ball 2nd and 10 at the Eastern View 34.
Yeah, on that last play, if the quarterback had been more accurate, that would have touchdown written all over, because those safeties bit on that fake, and you got to make sure when he's pretty much goes in shotgun, he's going to throw it.
Yeah, definitely the open receiver, Oliveira, the ball carrier, finds going a little rough there as a swarm of black jerseys come over to greet him, stand him up and push him back for a short pickup on the play. Let's see what we'll spot it here, Steve. 40, 35, 34. Right there at the line of scrimmage, isn't it?
Yep.
Where actually, 30, yeah, 34.
Yep. Big third down play here.
Third down, and we'll call it 9. Clock running, you see at 9:30. Big third down here. Christian Olivella in the backfield to the right of quarterback Chieftain Watson. And here's Watson on the rollout. And this one's caught inside the 25-yard line. It'll be right at about the 22. Pick up at 12 yards on the play.
How was that a catch? He was juggling the ball out of bounds. He didn't have a complete, they gave it to him.
That's what I thought. You thought that he was juggling the ball, didn't have possession? All right, here's 1st and 10 now for the Cougars from the Cyclone 22. Clock stopped, 9:12 to go here in the third. 14-10, that was our score at the intermission. Courtland starts this quarter on offense, and they started on their own 40, and they have pushed the ball down to the Eastern View 22.
Spotsylvania has pushed out its lead to Culpeper 29-15.
Yeah. So 14-point lead, 2-touchdown lead for Spotsylvania against the Blue Devils right now so far. As Watson, here comes some pressure. Here's the chase, and he gets rid of it, and that's going to draw a penalty flag. He was being chased. Serious intentions from Detrez Gahagan.
Yeah, but what was the flag over? He just ran out of bounds.
I thought it was
late hit.
Intentional grounding.
Oh.
Let's see the call coming here, because there was nobody in the vicinity there.
Yeah, it should be intentional grounding. Lost it down.
Coming up here is the call. Yeah, intentional grounding.
Grounding against Courtland. Loss of down.
It'll be loss of down too.
Mark this one off back to the 38, 37 rather.
Well, how come it's still first down? Should be loss of down. Should be second down. Yeah, it is second. There it is.
They had the down marker right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now from the 37, here comes some pressure on Watson. He's in trouble, and he loses the football, and it's going to be recovered by the Cyclones. Number 58, Ryan White. We didn't see that one coming.
No, you see that is a fumble. Now the officials say he's on the ground.
No, that looked like a fumble all the way to me.
It was fumble all the way.
He lost it, and I thought Ryan White recovered it.
Yeah.
So they're saying he was down. He lost 4 yards.
Down.
All right.
Jeez.
So now
that was a fumble. Sorry, he wasn't down. That was a fumble.
Okay, so third down and about, let's see, I think they have to get to the 12-yard line for a first down.
Third down to country mile.
Yeah. So it's third down and 29 yards to go here.
But
all right.
now everyone's getting excited. These officials have brought themselves and interjected themselves into this game.
Three receivers to the left for Courtland on 3rd and long. Here comes the pressure, and Watson heaves it downfield into double coverage, incomplete. Intended for Kalon Perry. Now 4th down coming up.
Now we're going to see if Courtland's going to punt, I think. I don't see the punter coming on, though. They're trusting their defense. Coach Hall, there's rolling the dice right here, Mark.
Well, you think, I mean, I know they have a good punter. I was watching him, Rocco Thielen, in the pregame drills. He was kicking at about 50 yards a punt.
But they also could quick kick it here, too. So
They could. They could very well. If you look at where Watson is in there.
He's got man on coverage.
Here it is. Here's your quick kick, just like you were calling. Let's check the bounce and the roll. Well, they're going to down it inside the 25-yard line. So, Eastern View will get its crack at possessing the football for the first time here in this 3rd quarter. And this broadcast brought to you in part by Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556. And also want to mention Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. 540-547-3673. Eastern View on offense from its own 23-yard line. Back to the run they go with Jaheim Fry. He thought about going up the middle, then he reversed directions, went to the outside. Penalty flag comes in on the tackle here as he got across the 30-yard line.
I mean, this is getting ridiculous, Mark. All flags almost every play. I mean, is it that? See what the call is here.
Well, Jaheim Fry picked up 7 yards pending this penalty here, and it's going to be against Courtland.
Yep, face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask.
This is a big one.
Yep.
All the way out now to the 46-yard line.
And that'll be a Cyclone.
First down. We say run the clock. Eastern View comes to the line of scrimmage on 1st and 10 from its own 46. They're trailing 14-10 with 8:12 to play here in the 3rd. Here's Hull, handing off. Jaheim Fry over the left side. And here's Fry breaking a tackle. He's at the 40, 35, 30. Makes a cut here. He's at the 20, and they're going to finally wrap him up near the 15-yard line.
That was a good run right there, Mark. That was all Jaheim Fry. Let's go to replay.
Watch him run, what, for 39 yards?
Yep, look at him run right there. Good job.
All right. Let's see where they put the ball down.
16.
It's at the 16. All right.
That's a good run there by Jaheim Fry.
Yeah, 39 yards on the pickup by Jaheim Fry, and the Cyclones have it. They're in the red zone now. They have it at the Courtland 16. 7:37 to play. Clock ticking. 3rd quarter action. 14-10 Courtland over Eastern View. That was our score at the intermission. All right, Hull fakes it, throws it on the slant. It's got Brock. He made a couple players miss, and Brock is determined to get into the end zone. He does from 16 yards out, and that might feel a little bit like redemption thinking about that first half play, Steve.
Fear the wind. It's a Cyclone touchdown.
DeAndre Brock from 16 yards out, and that gives Eastern View their lead once again. It is now 16-14. And Beckett Capolini on for the very critical point after touchdown. Jaheim Fry, who had that 39-yard run moments ago, to put the ball down at the 16-yard line, of course, is the holder. John Pritchett, the snapper. He gets it down. Capolini gets a kick up and good. 17-14 Cyclones. Steve, this is sort of what we expected, a close game.
Yep.
A little back and forth now. That's the first score of any type here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and this time the Cyclones are the recipient of flags against Courtland. but you had to really, it was the Jaheim Fry show in this third quarter. He runs hard, Mark, and he had some good runs, and he was able to get the Cyclones down into the red zone where they're able to score.
Well, this broadcast brought to you in part by Found & Sons, more than a respected funeral home. They support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Found & Sons, 825-3530. With 7:18 to play here in this third quarter, Eastern View has regained the lead. It's 17-14.
I wanted to get a little tidbit here. I was doing some research for this game, but our old EVX coach Greg Hatfield's got Battlefield 9-0 this season, so coming into a game tonight.
Battlefield Bobcats. And they're Class 6, aren't
Yep,
they?
Class 6 Cedar Run District.
All right, Capellini will be kicking off from the 40. Straight away it is. Fielded inside the 15-yard line. And on the return here, the ball was loose. He was able to cover it. His own fumble was Amari Boxley.
Would have been almost another ball. Thought Eastern View might have had that one, but they were saying the ground. All right.
We'll have it down, mark it down to 32.
This is Eastern View to see if they can limit Courtland to 3 and out or get some turnovers.
Well, evenly matched game. We knew that coming in. It would be a close one. Courtland now will look to respond to Eastern View's scoring drive. Trailing the Cyclones now by 3 points. Watson under center. Here's the handoff to the running back there, Kalon Perry. And they're going to stop him near the line of scrimmage. And they do. So no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, but I'm just seeing where, okay, yeah. Where it's lined up into linebacker position, that's where he can do a lot of his damage right there. Because basically, when the quarterback goes under center, they're running. If he gets in that, if he's in the shotgun, he's going to try to pass it.
And he's back under center here on 2nd and 10. Now he's going to throw short, incomplete. This was intended for Kalon Perry.
But I mean, I'm sure the defense coordinator for Eastern View has picked up on the fact that, 9 out of 10 times, if he gets under center, it's going to be a run. But he kind of rolled out on that one. But again, the pass was not accurate.
Yeah. And it's 3rd and 9 for the Cougars from their own 33. Sideline view there with some additional camera work by some young ladies tonight. It's kind of nice to see that sideline ground level view, isn't it?
Yep.
All right, here's 3rd and 9. And Chieftain Watson remains under center. And here's the handoff to Kalon Perry. And he gets out to about the 35, and that is it. As Jaheim Fry helped making the tackle for Eastern View.
And see, that was a good defensive stand right there by the Cyclone. They strung it out. He's all right, run horizontal all he wants. He didn't get a chance to turn upfield. So now it's a 4th down. I cannot believe he's going to go for it on 4th now.
Looks like he's not. Punting team comes on. That'll mean punter Rocco Thielen. Likely no relation to Adam. He's still playing, isn't he?
Who?
Adam Thielen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plays for Charlotte.
Yeah. Or Carolina?
Yeah, Carolina.
Adam Thielen. All right. So the punter is Rocco Thielen. He's going to kick this one. This was almost blocked. Kicked it from the 25-yard line. This one won't be returned. This is going to take an Eastern View bounce. And they're going to mark it dead just shy of midfield. So Eastern View up by 3 points, Steve.
Yep, and I think
have a short field to work with.
They have a short field, see if they can make hay out of this. See if they can capitalize on this short field and punch in another score.
So Eastern View's offense back to work, starting from its own 49. And you've got AP Hall there in that shotgun formation. Going to hand off. This is number 27. His first carry of the night. That's Hamilton Carter.
This is the first time we called his name.
And he's a freshman, Steve.
Wow, he's a good-looking little freshman, isn't he?
5'10", 145 on the roster. Now Jaheim Fry comes back in the game. So Hamilton picked up a yard. It's 2nd and 9. Back to Fry they go. And Fry goes back to work. And he gets down to the Courtland 42. Picked up 8.
It reminds me of that Scott's Turf commercial. Feed it. So you feed it to Fry. Keep feeding it.
Feed it to Fry. All right, little play action here. Dump it out to Jaheim Fry. And he can't get away from the tackler there. A little pushing, shoving there after the play. Tackle made by Kamari Lawton. And now we got a 4th down for the Cyclones, Steve.
Yeah. 4th and what, about 2?
47. Looks like it's about 3. Oh, along 2. 4th and 2. See it there.
I'm going to go for it. Let's see if they can draw Courtland offside here.
Camden Roy's in the game. Tetresga Hagen's there. Big number 70 is Dylan C. Left tackle. Center number 77, Eric Smith. On 4th down. And Hull throws near side, incomplete. Threw behind the intended receiver out there. And that was intended for Mason Settle.
I'm surprised they didn't try the run. Why they go there to try to, the pass wasn't good and Settle couldn't get out there, couldn't get a hand on it.
Well, they had him open.
Yeah.
And we're down to 4:21 to play in this 3rd quarter. Our score, Eastern View 17, Courtland 14. And this broadcast brought to you in part by CFC Farm and Home Center, supplying your lawn and garden, pet and farm needs since 1932. Hometown pricing and outstanding service at CFC Farm and Home Center, 825-2200. Courtland back in possession, this time from its own 43.
See what Eastern View can do defensively here.
All right, Watson rolls out. Going to heave it downfield. Going up for it and almost making the catch was, looks like it was number 8, Keelan Perry.
It was good defensive play, though, by the Cyclones. They were able to, get a hand in it and knock it away because they knew what happened last time. It bounced around and right back into his hands. And they got pressure on the quarterback, too. And that's what they got to keep doing.
And I thought that it looked like the ball may have hit Perry in the chest.
It might have, yeah, because they're both going up. But it didn't hit him, but the hand was in.
He seemed to have timed his jump pretty well.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10. Cougars from the 43. You can see the line score there, 17-14 Eastern View. It was 14-10 at the half in favor of Courtland. Eastern View's come back for the lead here in the 3rd. And now Courtland hoping to make a statement here as they throw short, and Brett Clatterbaugh and company are there waiting eagerly to tackle Keelan Perry. And now we're going to have a 3rd down. He lost about 2 yards on the play. We're going to have 3rd and 12 coming up.
All right, the defense is starting to do its job. They're starting to get penetration. And basically, what I'm seeing is we're starting to wear down Courtland's offensive line.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
We put it down to 41. It is 3rd and 12. Well, I suppose this is a big 3rd down for both teams, Steve, when you think about it.
Yep.
Watson under center. Christian Olivella is a running back. He's going to block. Watson throwing downfield. He's got a receiver out there. It's caught. Going up for it, making the grab was Amari Boxley. He's at the Eastern View 30, and he's a little slow getting up.
Yeah, he fell on that ball. That hurts.
That was a 3rd down and 12 conversion there for a first down. Big one.
That's a big one. You're right. I mean, we just didn't have, when their quarterback for Courtland's doing a good job in recognizing when he's got man-on-man matchup, single coverage, and that's exactly what he did. He went under center, faked that handoff, and then just threw it down on that skinny post, and the receiver was able to go up and get it.
Yeah, to the tune of 19 yards and a first down. Makes it 1st and 10 Cougars from the Cyclone 31. Watson under center this time. Going wide left is Kamari Lawton. And looks like he goes out of bounds at about the 25. Picked up about 6 yards on the play.
Again, they want to keep Courtland out of this end zone here. Make him get out of here with a field goal, try to tie it up instead of going ahead.
Well, it's a close game. It's an entertaining game, but again, it's been marred by the excessive number of penalties. Just it'd be a little discouraging. Christian Olivella, the ball carrier, trying to do his part to discourage the Cyclones, and he's a hard guy to bring down on a heavy load.
Yeah,
DeAndre Brock forced him out of bounds finally, but not until he picked up the first down.
He's a 4-year runner, a 4-year player too. He was good last year. Good tough run.
Looks like Eastern View's called a timeout, Steve.
Yeah.
And we'll say that take this opportunity to tell you that our timeout sponsor is UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial health of our members and of the Culpeper community. UVAcreditunion.org. We have 2 minutes and 42 seconds to play. You're looking at the cheerleaders there. And 2 minutes and 42 seconds to play here in this third quarter. It's been a good football game, except it's been, like we say, except for all those penalties. And anybody's game.
Yeah.
2:42 to play, still the third, a whole fourth quarter, and only a 3-point differential. And Courtland has a first down now. They're in the red zone. They have it.
But they've been good in the red zone too, so.
5-10 at the 14. They go to Olivella. Christian Olivella. Tried the left side. They forced him out of bounds after he picked up about 5 yards on the play. He's acting as though he wanted a penalty at the end of that when he didn't get one.
Yeah, he thought he had a hit late out of bounds. But he's a good, tough, hard runner.
He really is. He's on the roster as 5'10", 195 pounds, and he's a senior. So they're going to put it down to 8. He picked up 6 yards. They can get a first down if they get the ball to the 4-yard line. Right now it's second down.
2nd and 4.
Olivella remains in the backfield. Watson, the quarterback, under center. Boxley in motion. They hand off to Olivella. Olivella straight ahead, and they push him back after he gets about the 5-yard line. They'll give him the forward progress to the 5. Bring up third down and about 1.
See if the Eastern View can dial up a blitz here or something, get him stopped for a loss, and make him Courtland think about it.
Clock continues to run. You see the time remaining here in the third.
Cyclone fans, it's third down.
Yeah, it is third down.
Yep.
3rd and 1 from the 5. Chieftain Watson under center. Olivella, they don't go to him, they go to a different ball carrier here, and he's going to be right at that goal line. Let's see if he got in. That was number 4, Laquan Chu. I think they must have stopped him just shy of that goal line, Steve.
They did. They did
But,
give it to him.
But that would be a first down and 1st and goal from that spot. Right there, you see where the ball is, just shy of that goal line. And that's where Courtland now has 4 chances to punch it in from that point. So barring a miscue, Courtland ought to be able to punch it in right here, retake the lead. with plenty of time remaining in this football game in this sort of back and forth affair. Well, they stopped him cold. The ball carrier, Olivella, is stopped by two players, number 24 and number 55. That's Devin White and Jaquan White, Steve. Combining, that was a good hard tackle.
It was. It got right in there.
No gain on the play. That's hard to do, isn't it?
Yep. Now watch Courtland come back and fake it up the middle and go around the end.
I don't know. I mean, that's a good play call, but to me, when you got Christian Olivella back there, how do you not go to him? I don't know. We'll see.
Well, that play got blown up by us, so we'll see what happens here.
We're going to see what they do. It is to Olivella. And there he is. Did he get in? They're saying he did. Courtland is saying he did. Let's see what the call is here.
The officials made no.
Olivella,
Nope.
the ball carrier.
Third down.
He can't. Well, another
Ball
good
down
stop.
short.
Now he picked up a few inches. I mean, that's as close to the goal line as you get without breaking that plane.
Well, see, then we should just, get up under center and fall forward.
I was going to say if you're Chieftain Watson under center, you probably just keep it on the quarterback keep, but I don't know. I mean, what do I do? I'm certainly not the offensive coordinator. But I like, if you're Courtland, you like having Christian Olivella back there.
Yeah.
Quick set coming up here for Courtland. Olivella, the ball carrier. He's in from 1 yard out, or actually from about 6 inches out. And Courtland's regained the lead here, 20-17 with 7 seconds showing on this third quarter clock.
All right. It's a back and forth ball game.
It is. And on for a very important point after. It'll be Chris Salazar. The holder is Jamison Aiken. Good snap, good hold. Salazar's kick. Up and good. Our score, 21-17 Courtland. 7 seconds to play here in the third. Plenty of time to play in this one. It's back and forth. And Steve, again, I know it sounds redundant, but really, we predicted a close game, and for good reason.
Yeah. I mean, it's they're well matched squads, and it's showing itself right here with the score. Now Eastern View's going to have to come down here, specifically probably in the fourth quarter, because we only got 7 seconds to go in the third, and see if they can punch it in. But the big thing is, I'm just getting concerned. Can Eastern View stop Courtland?
Well, this upcoming possession here by Eastern View, very important.
Exactly.
In terms of how they respond to that, I was thinking about that Courtland scoring drive.
Well, Mark, I'm going to ask you a question. You know a lot of. This is one of the mysteries. Why do the high school and college footballs have the white stripe, but the pros don't?
Wow, what a great question. And guess who doesn't have an answer? I don't know.
I stumped you. Oh,
you
my.
did. And he never even thought about it, but it's true. Why is that, Steve?
I don't know. That's what.
Oh, you figured I would just know the answer. Then we both look smart. This on the bobbled return, but keeping possession was DeAndre Brock. Nicely done. Got across the 40-yard line. Good field position for Eastern View. I don't know the answer to that. We could ask Mr. Google. He seems to know all. Yeah.
I just, I thought you might want to know because the football's not bigger.
And
same size.
it wouldn't change the flight of the ball.
No.
Right. I don't know. That's a really good question. We'll have to find that one out. Somebody out there knows the answer. I know you know. You're out there.
Let Johnny K know.
Eastern View back on offense from its own 43. Likely the final play of this third quarter coming up. Right here. Close snap. Good job fielding the ball by Hull. He rolls out of there. Pump fakes, keeps it. He's across midfield. And he tiptoes along the near sidelines, out of bounds near the 40, inside the 40-yard line of Courtland. And that's how that third quarter will end, with AP Hull picking up the first down. And Courtland leading 21-14, or 21-17 rather, at the end of the third. We'll take a break, come back for the fourth right after this. Keep it right here on the Culpeper Media Network. You're watching Cyclones football.
This broadcast is made possible by the generosity of our community sponsors.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. CFC Farm and Home Center, supplying your lawn and garden, pet, and farm needs since 1932. Hometown pricing and outstanding service at CFC Farm and Home. Found in Sons Funeral Home, Culpeper's perpetual best of the best for resources, planning, and support for our entire community. Battlefield Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford, proudly serving the Culpeper community for over 20 years. State-of-the-art service departments and over 22 acres with hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles. Battlefield Automotive. Nominations are now being accepted for the local area sports Hall of Fame. Nominate anyone that you feel is deserving of historical local sports recognition at localsportshistory.com/HOF.
All right, back at Cyclone Stadium, we're set to start the fourth quarter. And it witnesses Eastern View in possession, 1st and 10 at the Courtland 39-yard line. And here's the ball carrier being stood up and pushed back. And let's see who that was. This was not Fry.
Yeah, Fry was getting tended to on the sideline. Looked like it's number 3.
No, it's number 10, Jordan Hopkins, the ball carrier, rather.
Oh, okay.
Checking in now, Cam Roy.
Gene Fry's on the sideline by the water cooler. It's number 2, right?
Yeah, Gene Fry's 2.
Yeah, he's
in there in the running back position now. Hamilton Carter is back there alongside A.P. Hall.
Yeah, and Brett is not in there. I'd be giving it back to Fry. Get him in there.
All right, here's 2nd and 9. Hamilton Carter alongside Hall. Carter is going to block. Hall now flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it. And he's going to pick up first down yardage as he tiptoes out of bounds near the 25-yard line.
That's coming back. We got,
is
guess
it?
What? Laundry on the field.
Uh-oh.
Thrown in the vicinity of holding.
Yeah, you hate to see that. We've been there a few times.
Yep. Listening on the microphone. They should just call the games stuff with the mic.
Well, you called it. Holding penalty brings it back.
Trying to get, with technology, and these officials are using the, their little headsets, but I think they don't need them. They can call a game without them. I do like, though, the quarterback having a headset in his helmet, and they allow that in college and pros. I'm just wondering why they haven't allowed it in high school so far.
No, I believe it brings up 2nd down and 19 now from the 48 of Courtland. Here's Hull. He's going to sling it downfield. He's looking for Brock. Brock was looking for him. And this ball was a little underthrown, and defending on the play nicely was Chieftain Watson.
Yeah, it was a little bit underthrown, and I thought Brock was going to have to become a defensive back, but he was able to, like I said, you don't see that too often in Hall with it being underthrown.
Well, the penalty certainly hurt them.
Is there another penalty?
I don't see a flag down. Do you?
He moved it back. You're right.
Well, line of scrimmage should be the 48.
It is.
All right. And it brings up 3rd and 19. You can see the time and the score there. All right, here's Hull on the option. Right now he fakes it. Now he's pointing downfield, wanting a block, and they force him out of bounds near the 25-yard line. And credited to the tackle that time was Chieftain Watson coming up from his defensive back position to make that tackle on Hull.
And I think you're still going to have to go for it here too, Mark.
Because you're down by 4.
Down by 4, and you're not quite in Capolini's range. But is there a flag? Because the official keeps running on. I didn't see a flag.
Well, here it is.
Holding.
Again, another holding. Wow.
I mean, how many times? I mean, he threw it all the way from that side. The play was on this side. I don't.
They mark it off 10 yards from the 48.
Now you're looking at 3rd and 29 probably. I mean, this has just been the official show.
So
3rd and 29, isn't it? Yep.
So 30. They've got to get down to the Courtland 30 for a first down.
30.
So it's 7 and so it's 27 yards.
They're saying 3rd and 29.
That's probably close enough. All right, here's Hull.
You see, Courtland's playing a lot of men over top.
Looks right. Here comes the pressure. He's backpedaling, trying to get away from the defenders, and gets rid of it. Gets rid of the football to avoid the sack. And thankfully, no yellow flag is on the field.
No, it's going to be a punting situation here for the Cyclones. But you know what Courtland's doing is they're playing 3 men back. They're because they're sitting there, they're daring Eastern View to throw it deep.
John Pritchett on to punt this one away for Eastern View.
So I would, if I was the offensive coordinator, if they're going to play that, then there's got to be, there's a zone. There's a lot of open spots in the middle of that field on that zone.
All right, here's Pritchett's punt from the 34. Won't be returned. And it's going to be down at the Courtland 28. So that's a 39-yard punt. And Courtland goes back on offense, leading 21-17 here in this fourth quarter. And localsportshistory.com is the community sports site that you are building organically. Check out local sports information or contribute your submissions at localsportshistory.com.
I want to ask you another question, Mark. When's the last time Courtland beat Eastern View?
I'd have to go back and look at our...
It had to be at least 5 years or more.
Yeah, I can't say off the top of my head. I mean, if you asked me who won like the 65 series or something, I could tell you, Steve.
Yeah, all right.
But, you know, you're going to ask me the hard questions, then, you know, I just don't know.
Well, Alex.
The running back there was Marcus LaRue.
But what Eastern View doesn't want, they don't want Courtland to get into this long, protracted drive, chewing up clock with the run game.
Right.
So they've got to come up with some scheme here defensively to get that ball back.
Exactly, Steve. When you look at the score, you're down by 4 points. If you can't be thinking about a field goal. You have to have a touchdown to go ahead in this game. And then you factor in what you just said about the clock. They can't afford for Courtland to put together a sustained drive right here and milk that clock.
Exactly.
From the 36, it's 2nd and 4. Watson dumps it off, short pass, incomplete. And that was intended. Kalon Perry.
It's that little screen pass they're trying to complete.
Well, with that time remaining, I'll tell you this broadcast brought to you in part by Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. Able Heating and Air, 718-7556.
And I know, you know, the problem so far in this game, and I'm going to say it, the officials have had way, way too much influence in this game. And it's really hurt the Cyclones, psychologically, I think.
You may be right. On 3rd and 4, a little second effort here is going to bring the ball carrier very close to first down yardage, and that is number 3, Marcus LaRue. Did he get enough for a first down?
No, he didn't get enough for first down, but Coach Lowry's is he's pretty animated.
Yeah. Well, it's 4th and 2. Does Courtland punt here?
I wouldn't, because you're up 4. Why would you want to give Eastern View great field position? So I think they're going to punt it.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Do they punt it here? I would play field position myself, but you know.
Or they might try and see if they can draw EV off sides. and then call timeout and get the punt team in.
Right.
Or quick kick.
They did that, didn't they do that previously?
Yep.
Yeah, with Chieftain Watson.
See,
It's a long snap count.
yeah.
He's under center. They keep it. They're going for it here. And they're going to get the first down thanks to the efforts there of Keelan Perry. So that was a gutsy move on Courtland's part to go for it on 4-2. When you have the ball at your own 38 and you're only up by 4 points.
Yeah, but like I said, I thought they were going to try to draw him off sides the way it was going, but then he called at the end. And again, it was that old run play right across the face of the formation, and and he got to that short side of the field. There was only one defender there for Eastern View.
Yeah.
That was an easy pickup.
Yeah, he needed 2 yards and he picked up 7. Out to the 43. 1st and 10, and that clock is running, and that becomes a significant concern at this point.
They have to get him out of here, 3 and out. They have to.
Back to the run they go. This is LaRue again, the ball carrier. They stand him up and push him back after a 1-yard pickup. Several Cyclone players combined for the tackle, including Ryan White.
I said earlier in the third quarter, I thought Courtland's line was getting gassed. Offensive line was getting gassed and tired, but they're showing some life right here.
This broadcast brought to you in part by Battlefield Automotive, featuring Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford. Battlefield Automotive, a keystone of service and a cornerstone of our community. 540-547-3673. See the clock there, 6:30 and counting, fourth quarter action. Courtland 21, Eastern View 17. Here on 2nd down and 8. Watson, he's throwing downfield. They're going up and almost making the interception. Was DeAndre Brock, wasn't it?
Yeah,
number 3.
Number 3.
Yep, DeAndre Brock. Good coverage out
there. It looked like he had it in his hands, and he kind of wanted to bat it down, I thought.
Yeah.
I don't know why he did that. He should have had it. If it hits your hands, you should catch it. That's my philosophy.
Well, it brings up a 3rd and 8, but Courtland has showed that this can be 2-down territory because they had 4th and 2 moments ago, and they went for it and converted.
Yep. See, they're going to look to be, if they can get, Courtland can get 5 or 6 yards on this carry, they'll go for it on 4th. But if they don't get anything on this, I'd look for them to punt it.
Marcus LaRue is in the backfield. Watson, he's going to throw, and this one incomplete. He had a receiver out there at the 45-yard line, went through his hands, and that was intended for number 13, Brennan Plato. And now 4th down, and because it's 4th and 8, not 4th and 2, we're looking at the punting team coming on for Courtland.
And now Eastern View gets his offense back on the field, see if they can hit pay dirt. They were running on Courtland most of the game.
Well, they have plenty of time. I mean, they're down by 4 points and over 6 minutes to play. The punter is Rocco Thielen. Here's this kick from the 35. And getting under it is Brock at the 20. And he's going to be tackled at the 30. And that's where Eastern View will set up again on offense, trailing by 4 points. But again, with ample time here remaining in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, looks like someone's number 15 from Eastern View came
it's Mason Settle, isn't it?
15, he came off, not 15, it's right here, 13.
Oh, 13. Oh, okay, Andrew White.
Yeah, grabbing his leg.
All right, Eastern View. We'll start this one from the 30.
Here's where you want to have your best athletes here.
Steve Jaheim Fry's back in the game.
Yep.
Behind AP Hall. And they hand it off to him, and they try to strip him of the ball unsuccessfully. He got out to the 33, it looks like. Picked up 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
See, I would mix it up. Use Brett and Fry to, that 1-2 punch. But I don't see Brett out there on offense, do you?
No, I don't. Let's see if you can find. He's on the sidelines.
Okay.
Yeah, there he is. Can you see him?
Yeah.
On second down, back to the run. This is Fry trying to break loose. Almost did, but he couldn't break through the grass. But big number 79, Jaden Edwards. But Fry got across the 40 out to about the 43. That's enough for an Eastern View first down.
Yep. They got to keep, if they can do this and soften up that defense and get Courtland out of that deep coverage zone that they've gotten, because they're playing 4 back. And so what I'm saying is there's passing lanes are right over in the middle of the field. Now
right.
They've cheated up a little bit.
On first down, here's Hull. He's got a receiver out there. It's Brock. Brock slung out of bounds just shy of that Courtland 40-yard line. This will be enough for another Eastern View first down. So the Cyclones are moving, and this broadcast is brought to you in part by Fountain Sons, more than a respected funeral home. They support youth at all levels so they can become tomorrow's leaders. Fountain Sons, 825-3530.
Yeah, now they got Brett in there on wide on the left side. He's got double coverage out there on him.
So Eastern View has it at the Courtland 42. Here's Hall. He's going to run with it. He's at the 35, 30, and then steps out of bounds at that spot as well. 12 yards and another first down for Eastern View.
He faked out, Mark, the whole defensive line of Courtland. They thought he was running left, and they didn't think Hall had the ball. Now what you want to do, if you can keep moving the ball running and chew up this clock and then go in and score and don't give Courtland the time to respond, then Eastern View can come out here with a victory.
So in some sense, you don't want to score too early, is that?
Yep.
Yeah. And, you know, Eastern View's picking up first downs here in succession. I mean, you know, on one play, it's like they're picking up first down after first down. Short pass to Brock at the 30, makes a move 25, and then hit hard and down at the 15. I think it's at the 15, and that was by that big fellow we were talking about, Jaden Edwards.
He laid the wood.
Well, he's only 6'5", 262, Steve.
He did hit him down, but he got back up.
That was a big hit.
Yeah.
Edwards on the tackle for the Cougars.
And 9-yard pickup on the play.
Let's see what the
Yeah, have it at 21.
monitor here.
All right, here's Hope. From the 21. Second is short. There's the ball carrier looking for some running. That's Jaheim Fry. He will have a first down. He only needed a yard. He picked up 2.
Picked up 2 yards.
So it's a first down.
But
I like what the Cyclones are doing. They're trying to wear out that defensive front of Courtland.
Right. I mean, if you're Courtland, you know that you just have to not give up the touchdown. Maybe that's easier said than done, because they know a field goal is not going to really help them much here.
No, Eastern View's got to take care of the football. Run.
And there's a Jaheim Fry. He's going to do his part. He runs into the big fellow we were telling you about, Jaden Edwards. Edwards held him up long enough for Chieftain Watson to come up and finish off the tackle.
Picked up 2
Still
yards.
like plenty of time.
Yeah.
Edwards on the stop.
I still think you go with a play action here and try to find Settle or Brett Clatterbaugh somewhere isolated on man coverage.
Also in the game is Dominic Semendinger.
One name we haven't really said too much is Cam Roy tonight.
True. Campbell Guido is in there as well. Brock, top of your screen to the left. All right, throwing near side, and this is Clatterbaugh at the 10-yard line. Wow, he really drew a host of tacklers. He still won't go down. Finally, he does, right at the 10.
He's
Wow.
using his wrestling ability right there, warding him off. He's like Thor.
That and his balance, you
Yep.
know. Good balance. At the 10-yard line, picked up 6 yards. Looks like it's going to be third down and about 1.
Yeah, about 3rd and 1. They still haven't. Yeah, you're right. Get the first down. Got plenty of time.
Yep, plenty of time, and they're working this clock to their advantage. All right, so 3rd and 1 from the 10. Jaheim Fry is back there with Hull. Hull on the option. He's going to keep it. I think going to force him out of bounds near the line of scrimmage.
Hull on the keeper.
See if he's got it. Yeah, I think
He
he's got
picked
it.
up
Did he get enough for it?
2
Yeah.
yards.
Yeah, that would be it.
And
then.
that will
He
be
only
a
needed a yard.
Cyclone first down.
So now it'll be first and goal from the 8-yard line.
Yeah, now the clock comes into play here. They want to get it down as close as they can to that goal line. You know, but you can't. If they've got an opportunity to score, they take it, obviously. But
All right, first and goal from the 8. Hull again, handing off Jaheim Fry. He's at the 5. He's forcing his way forward, and they're going to push him out of bounds at about the 1 or 2 yard line.
Powers ahead.
you know, we got an injured Portland player, number 9. He took a hit.
Jamison Aiken. Yeah.
Look where the ball's marked right there at the
Is it at the 1?
1.
So it'll be second and goal from the
This is already
1.
called. If you have not called home,
after
call
the,
now for your rides to pick you up.
Injured player.
Yeah, he took a hit on that shoulder.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, while we have the chance, that this broadcast is brought to you in part by CFC Farm and Home Center, supplying your lawn and garden, pet and farm needs since 1932. Hometown pricing and outstanding service at CFC Farm and Home Center, 825-2200.
Now the question, I know Gordon's got timeouts, so he's doing good. Would you kneel here to just take one little bit, kind of play, drain the clock down? Because the ball's out of bounds, so it's going to have to be snapped here.
Good question.
Here's comes strategy. Looks like they're going to mark him, what, about the 2?
2, yeah, it's at the 2, yeah.
Use your beef. Just pound it right up in there. Make sure you hold on to the ball.
Okay. But they're saying second and 2, aren't they?
Yeah.
All right. So if you're Courtland, you got to keep them out of the end zone. But if you're Eastern View, what a way to cap this drive. You can punch it in here. They've moved the ball down the field quite nicely, have the Cyclones on this drive. Here's Hull. And looks like he's in from 2 yards out.
Feel the wind, it's Hull, Cyclone, touchdown!
We'll make it 23-21 in favor of the Cyclones. And a very all-important point after coming up here momentarily.
Now, would you go for 2?
Nope.
Because they have to score a touchdown to win. If you go for the point after, they're a field goal down, they tie.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the point after, methinks. What do you think?
You point after.
Yeah, because if you don't get it, field goal wins it for Courtland.
Yep,
Right?
exactly.
So you got the pros and cons from both sides of that. Well, they had some trouble getting the ball down, and this one is blocked. So 23-21, 2-point ball game, but don't go anywhere. I think they haven't really decided on this one.
Yeah, but I think there's a flag. Hold on, see what it.
Here it comes. Oh, this must be working against Eastern View.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe there is no flag. Here it is.
Yeah, it is.
False start,
Legal formation against
and that'll be
the
declined.
Yeah.
And our score will stand at 23-21. Cyclones, 2:16 to play. And so Eastern View did a great job on that drive, Steve, starting at its own 30-yard line and methodically moving down the field. And they worked a lot of the clock, and they got what they wanted. But it was the snap that Jaheim Fry had trouble getting into place for the kicker, Beckett Capolini.
Yeah,
That cost him a point.
Now it's saying maybe that should have gone for 2.
Yeah, if you look back on it now, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the advantage of hindsight, right?
But Courtland's got a good field goal kicker too, so.
Well, they do. I mean, we were watching him in the pregame drills. I mean, Chris Salazar, I was watching him boot the ball from about 50 yards out. Now that's easier to do in pregame drills than it is during the game because
Right.
you don't have anybody coming at you.
That's true.
Um,
If they weren't down by 2, I'd say how ballsy would it be to go ahead and give them do an onside kick here for Eastern View and recover it.
I don't think you can do it because if you don't get it, you give up that
Right,
field
exactly.
position. Yeah. And you got a team that can win this thing on a field goal now.
Yep, so you want to keep this deep and do not let Courtland get off good field position.
All right. Capolini's kick is a short one, going to be fielded near the 20-yard line. And on the return, that was Amari Boxley out to about the 35. So decent field position for Courtland. And they've got 2 minutes and 11 seconds to try to work their offense into a scoring situation or opportunity.
Yep, and now you want to be aggressive on defense here, but not to the point where you give up big yardage plays. You want to be aggressive, and you want to see if you can get a turnover, but you don't want to get Courtland. You figure they have to get to at least the Cyclone 30. If you said he's good at kicker, probably more than that, probably about the 25.
Right.
So that's what you're thinking of Eastern View, but don't give up the big play and don't let somebody get behind you.
All right, well, Chieftain Watson's under center. Christian Olivella is the ball carrier. Straight ahead he goes, and not much doing there. So several players coming in, making a contribution to that tackle, including Dominic Simmendinger. And the clock runs, so Courtland's going to have to try something else here. That's just not going to produce too much.
Courtland has a timeout.
Okay, here's Watson. Here comes some pressure. He's going to throw it downfield. This one is picked off. And that's Jaheim Fry. Fry has it, and he's tackled near the 5-yard line or 10-yard line.
Let's go to replay on that. Wow, look at that catch. Down the front, lucky the ball went out of bounds.
That's probably going to seal the deal.
Yeah.
But you know, Watson looked like he was under pressure, and he threw a pass. I'm not really sure he wanted to throw.
No, you're right. He did. He was under pressure because he had Brett Clatterball right on him, and they forced that interception. Fry was right there, and right now, player of the ball game, Jakeem Fry, my book.
Well, and then what about some of this the rushing yards
Yeah,
he's picked up
that's what I
tonight
mean,
for this team? Then he comes up with a clutch interception at a very critical time. And Eastern View really in good position here.
Yeah, a little dangerous here with a shotgun. You get a turnover.
They're at the 9-yard line. 1:31 to play. They're up by 2 points, 23-21. And they go back to Hamilton, the ball carrier. He's looking for some running room, and he can't find any. They're going to stop him near the 10-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Hamilton Carter was the ball carrier. Courtland thought they had stripped him of the ball, but the whistle had blown.
Right, and there's a flag on the play, and then where's that coming from?
Well, we haven't had any of those tonight,
No,
Steve.
I know. Bring out the tide. Got a lot of laundry to wash.
Next thing we'll be bringing out the bleach.
Yep. It's against. It looks like it might be against Eastern View. Let's see.
Now he's facing the other way.
Talking to the. All right. Okay. Da, 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 da. What is the call, please?
And how much did you wager?
Personal
It's a personal
foul.
foul. Wow.
Courtland.
That's against Courtland.
Yep. Half the distance. Say goodnight. The party's over.
Well, we've got a timeout taken
Timeout.
by Courtland. And our timeout sponsor is UVA Community Credit Union, strengthening the financial health of our members and of the Culpeper community. UVAcreditunion.org. Wow, this is going to be a big win for Eastern View tonight if they hold on, Steve. And
Yeah,
really,
it
all they really have to do is hold on to the football to win this one.
And see Fry's on the sideline with his foot. The ankle's looking at his leg. He's done for the season. We're checking out his Looks like it's Killings. No.
Well, Eastern View could look for an insurance score here.
There's the Brown's calf, maybe too.
You know, they are attending to Jaheim Fry, but he appears to be okay. What a well of a game he's had here tonight.
He has that. He doesn't look all that big, but he's a hard runner.
So he stays on the sidelines as Hamilton Carter stays in the game alongside A.P. Hull.
And he's a freshman?
Hamilton Carter is listed as a freshman, yeah.
Wow.
All right, with 1:22 to play. Eastern View looking to add an insurance score here. Hall's going to roll to his left. He's looking for a block and won't find one, so he goes to the turf, and here comes yet another penalty flag in on the play.
And that's probably going to be against
Flag on the
Courtland.
play.
Might be a face mask.
I don't see why, but why? I mean, Hull went to the ground, didn't have to tackle him.
Right. These officials. I swear this.
Oh, this is against
There's a
Eastern
block
View.
in the back against the Cyclones.
I mean, this game should have been over with by an hour ago. It's been so long. Because the officials, I've never seen a game officiated like this one. I thought I said that last week too, but this one takes the cake.
Right when you thought it couldn't be outdone, right?
Yeah, that's a big penalty too.
Yeah,
Boy,
back to the 20. Was it the 9?
Was it holding?
I think they said it was an illegal use of the hands or an illegal block.
Yeah, just let the clock run.
Low snap. Hull gets it to Fry, who's back in the game.
He looks like he's hurt. I mean, if I were to take him out and let him rest.
Well, I guess Courtland has called a timeout.
Yeah.
If they have any
How
left,
about
they're certainly
Courtland?
going to have to use them at this point, that's for sure.
Yep.
Down to 38 seconds to play in this one, and Courtland trails by 2 points. And really, this is a game for Eastern View to win. It's just a matter of working that clock.
Yep, working the clock and I know. It should. You're right. Sean Somerville, the PA announcer, should be a first down because he accepted the penalty. And it was, now they got third down in the 20. They said it was a dead ball, because it was a penalty on the first down play. They accepted the penalty. It should have remained first down, not second.
And if it stays as is, that could be a huge thing because Portland would only be one down away from getting the ball back.
Exactly. Well, it was, I don't understand it. I mean, they were.
Although, well, we'll see.
Well, what I'd do is make them run it to set up for the field goal.
Well, I was just thinking about that too. I mean, they have that option, certainly within Capolini's range. Back to Fry they go, and he gets pushed out of bounds near the 15.
Don't
So
go
it's
out of
fourth
bounds.
down, and went out of bounds. It does stop the clock.
I know. You don't want to go out of bounds. You just slid right down on your butt and sat down.
So if it's truly fourth down, do they bring the field goal team on?
You're going to have to, would you go for it on fourth or you try for the field goal? If they block it and they run it back,
But can you advance a block kick
yes. On a field goal, yeah.
on a field goal?
Not on PAT, but field
Timeout,
goal or
Eastern
punt.
View.
No, Eastern View has called a timeout. Any updates on that Spotsylvania Culpeper score?
We're here. Nope.
All right, here's that ground level view of camera work tonight.
the game started at 7. It's 10 o'clock.
Is it?
3 hours game. All the inefficients.
But wouldn't you like to know, across the Virginia High School League, which high school team has the best, it leads in the statistics of less penalties assessed? Wouldn't that be nice to know?
Now, you're not going for the field goal.
Apparently not on 4th and 13. There are 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I guess they just didn't want to take the chance of being blocked.
Well, here's Hull. He's going to run it, or so, now he's going to throw it, and this one's incomplete. And so Courtland will take over on downs, but they only have 24 seconds.
Oh, pass
And no
intended for
timeouts,
Tuttle.
I think.
Yeah.
Ball's incomplete.
So-
Fulham will take over.
Hope this doesn't come back to bite them. They cannot give up a long pass. And you know, and I'd be playing a deep zone right about the 50.
Yeah, I don't think Courtland has enough time to pull this one out, Steve. I mean, I know.
I'm hoping too, but you know,
I
stranger
know
things
anything
have
can
happened.
happen. Yeah.
I mean,
Over
look
the
at-
years, we've seen some strange things at all levels, haven't we?
Yeah, because, you know, just go back a couple weeks ago, the Washington Commanders in that Hail Mary.
Or you think about that, I always go back to Joe Pisarcik,
Yeah.
you know, the Giants. That's well before most people I know. Now, see, now here's a play that's going to net just a few yards, and it's going to
Complete.
chew up in just a few seconds, and
Simmons injured on the
they're going to
tackle.
stop it at 18. But a long way for Courtland to go, and I just don't think they have the time to do it.
I'm getting ready to concur.
But you're being guarded because you know that anything can happen at any time.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah. I mean, they could fumble, pick it up, get a big play, because what they're going to try to do, you know, I know they got to try to score, but they like to try to get it down here about 30 and try a field goal.
yeah, you have to get down to about the 30 exactly. No,
That'd be a 47
or,
yard.
yeah,
But we look at it back when the Eastern View Louisa game, we thought it was over.
all right, going near side to Keelan Perry. He's got really nowhere to go. They wrap him up pretty quickly near the 20-yard line.
Brown.
And now these final seconds are going to tick down.
Goes down Perry
Yeah.
after 2-yard gain. Timeout, Courtland.
Well, they call a timeout. This is likely their last one.
Last one, 8.1. Yeah, but just go back in 2018. Remember against Louisa, we went on to defeat Denwood in that region before we lost to Lake Taylor. But remember Blake Leak, didn't think we were going to score. You know, Louisa scored at less than a minute, and we were down to our last pass. Blake Leak caught it off that deflection, ran in for the score.
Mm-hmm.
So stranger things can happen. Speaking of Lake Taylor, you know what their record is this year? They haven't won but 2 games.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
What happened?
It's just a bad year for them. Phoebus is number 1 overall.
And they're now 4A.
Yeah,
I think Mari's the #1 ranked team in all of Virginia, aren't
yeah,
they? The Commodores.
yeah.
But Phoebus, yeah. Wow, Lake Taylor. Think about how good they've been over the years. Well, I don't think Hampton's doing very well either.
No, they're 5-3.
Oh, okay. Are they? Well, remember when they used to dominate
Yeah.
under Mike Smith? All right, well, here the final 10 seconds going to be played out here pretty soon. Here comes the rush by Eastern View. Well, they get the pass off, and out of bounds is number 15, Kamari Lawton.
All right, 5.9. They got to.
They're at the 35. Yeah, just think that the time is going to run out on the Cougars here tonight.
Yeah, because they don't have a timeout, so they got to get something on the sideline deep in order to get them in field goal range. So you're looking at about the 30-yard line, And they're going to have to try to find someone on the sideline.
But can they do that and still have enough time left to bring the field goal?
Yep.
No, I don't think they do. Now Watson's going to step up and throw it way downfield, incomplete. And what was it, 1.1 seconds showing?
1.1. Now they have to try to do a. Now they need to dial up a miracle. If I was Eastern View, rush 3, drop everybody back, and make a tackle. You get out of here, come back with a win. Looks like we'll probably go to King George. King George has beaten Caroline.
Yeah.
21-0.
Well, how do you feel about going back to King George?
Yeah, I like it.
I like it.
Better than going to Richmond.
Yeah. Yep. I would rather go to King George than to Richmond. All right, Watson throws downfield, incomplete. And that's how this game is going to end. With our final score, Eastern View 23, Courtland 21. Well, it's been a close football game, Steve. I really enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy all the penalties. It really takes away from the game. But Eastern View gets a big win here tonight.
Yeah.
And as you pointed out, will likely go down to King George to play in the first round of the playoffs next week.
Yeah, and again, like I said, didn't like all the penalties either, but kudos to Eastern View to come back, score that touchdown, and to hang on to this against a good Courtland team, two evenly matched teams.
We thought it would be close, and it was definitely close.
Definitely close.
Yeah. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed the game. Once again, our final score from Cyclone Stadium is Eastern View 23, Courtland 21. For Johnny and Steve and Nick back in the studio, I'm Mark O'Connell saying thanks for watching and supporting Cyclones football here on the Culpeper Media Network. Have a great weekend, everybody. We hope to see you next week in the playoffs. So long.
This broadcast is made possible by the generosity of our community sponsors.
Able Heating and Air, answering any and all questions you may have about your HVAC system. There's peace of mind knowing they are able to keep your home comfortable. CFC Farm and Home Center, supplying your lawn and garden, pet, and farm needs since 1932. Hometown pricing and outstanding service at CFC Farm and Home. Found in Sons Funeral Home, Culpeper's perpetual best of the best for resources, planning, and support for our entire community. Battlefield Toyota, Chevrolet, and Ford, proudly serving the Culpeper community for over 20 years. State-of-the-art service departments and over 22 acres with hundreds of new and pre-owned vehicles. Battlefield Automotive. Nominations are now being accepted for the local area sports Hall of Fame. Nominate anyone that you feel is deserving of historical local sports recognition at localsportshistory.com/HOF.